just go right in.
Yeah, perfect.
Finish next commercial, sorry. Because next one's 30.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, we're 30 right now.
That camera's still working, isn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah, just like
8, 7, 6,
you run the top
5,
of
4, 3, 2, 1.
We welcome you in here to Pensacola, Florida at the University of West Florida. It is time. It is the last game of the regular season. The Argos back in the top 25 in the nation, hosting Chowan for the final game of the year. It's Senior Day. It is Salute to Military Day as well. And we are proud to be here. We're proud to salute those who have served as we are on the heels of Veterans Day yesterday. And we're looking forward to this football game in which the Argos take on a winless Chowan team. But there's still plenty on the line. Got to win today to secure that place in the NCAA Division II playoffs. You're honoring your seniors. We've got a couple storylines to follow, including the receiver John Giles, 43 yards away from breaking the single-season receiving mark for this program. And you'd say, well, it's only been around 7 years, but, man, there's some great names have played receiver here. We'll talk more about that as we go. Coach Shu and I ready to get this thing on. Overcast skies. It's a little – I'm feeling a breeze, Coach. You got a little thing on
I got my jacket, but I'm soft.
I'm a little chilly now.
Yeah.
It's
really not cold, but it just looks cold.
It looks cold. It looks like a winter day
weather,
here.
but it's really not football weather.
Argos getting ready to run out of the tunnel here, and the defense is coming out, and some of the seniors, I think they're all going to walk out together as captains, so it's going to be a group captainship today. And not the biggest crowd because I think the weather has kept some people away, but I think you're going to get to see some entertaining football here. And I know the Argos are looking to get off to a fast start, try to pick up that 8th win of the season and maybe rest some guys, but you never know. As Herm Edwards, the coach and former NFL player, like to say, it's why we play the game. We don't play it on paper.
Yep.
Coach, what are you looking for in this matchup? What are the things the Argos need to do to make sure they secure that win and put themselves where they want to be, which is in the postseason?
Yeah, we'd love to see them just come out and do like what you were saying earlier, just start fast and be able to score and have a dominant first half and then be able to, rotate in your young guys and those guys that need to get some more reps before the playoffs get going here against a team that hasn't won a game. That's really how you should finish the year. Good, clean game. Finish the year strong, and then be ready to go for the playoffs.
The families are out to watch the Argos come out of the tunnel, and here they come. Robert Riley with the sledgehammer right there for the defense, for the turnovers. And one of the cooler things in college football to get that run out. You've run out of that tunnel with the guys before with the smoke and the fog machine and everything. Looks even cooler today with the overcast conditions.
It is. It looks great, man. I don't know that I ever ran out.
You never
of the
ran
tunnel.
out?
No, I was always like a booth guy, or like I'd always come stand out on the sideline before. Was never a tunnel runner guy. Missed out on it.
You know what we're going to do? It's going to be like Make-A-Wish. I'm going to let you – I'm going to set up one of these days. You're going to run through. Maybe we can get a wireless headset. You can walk us through what it's like to do it.
That'd be great. Put a GoPro on my head.
The Argos looking clean today. They're wearing the Argo blue uniforms with the white trim and white numbers. They got the white helmets with that Argo script on it. The new look is absolutely fantastic. And you got Gael Laurent, Oak Stipe, and Jacob Bruce and Aiden Sweat out there officially as the captains. Of course, Aiden knocked out in week 2. Those are core guys that have been here since 2018. They were part of the national championship in 2019. They've been around a minute with COVID and all the other stuff, but love to see them being honored here today. Chowan kind of waiting to come out and let the Argos be honored a little bit here, and the families are all making their way across the field as they'll toss the coin there. But this is, that's really what it's all about, is letting these families come and celebrate the end of a career. And some of these guys may go on and play beyond today, beyond the playoff run that this team hopefully makes a nice long run and ends up in McKinney, Texas at some point. But, this might be the last game, potentially the last home game in front of the home crowd here in Pensacola for a lot of these guys. So as a coach, you've been there with them. There's some former players. DJ Artis, I just texted, he's down here and he's going to come over and say hello. But, guys like that you have a connection to.
Yeah, no, that's great to be able to see those guys that played here. And, the last game of the year always kind of a interesting one. You really never know what next week's going to look like, and if you're going to get a home game, if you're going to be in the playoffs, if you're going to get, just a lot of unknowns, and you got to just enjoy the ride. And it's a great time of the year to still be playing and coaching. For
they
sure.
finally get to see us right here. It's the best beard broadcast team in the business right here. We appreciate you watching. Of course, we're on with Flow Sports, our streaming partner with the Gulf South Conference. We're on with Your View, and we appreciate our broadcast partners with Cox Sports and Your View. And it's a triple cast. We got ESPN Pensacola on the radio too as well. So hopefully the rain holds off, and we'll take the overcast. We'll take a little bit cooler conditions. I know the players will enjoy that a little bit. We mentioned John Giles as Chowan comes walking out, 43 yards away from breaking that record. And I know, Coach Nobles, Caleb texted me this morning and said, hey, he's close. And so they're going to try to get that done quick, with his family here and everything. It'll be really cool. And Pee Wee Jarrett last week, and he and Giles just have an unbelievable connection. 2 more touchdowns last week, another 100-yard game for John. He's at 1,100-plus yards, and
really crazy.
Really has been unstoppable. You know, and he can do it in a variety of ways. But then you saw Caden Leggett last week with an incredible catch in the red zone and just his physicality. And we talked in the pregame with Coach about, on the radio side, about these receivers and their ability to block as well.
Yeah.
And it's a physical bunch. I mean, they may not look, that intimidating, but Ron Dickerson Jr. he was a running back.
Yeah.
And played in the NFL, and so he kind of has some of his receivers blocking like running backs.
Yeah. No, Leggett's fun to watch block. Obviously Giles is a monster. They've got a bunch of long guys in that group, and fast guys, speedy guys too, like KJ Franklin, and it's a fun group for sure. Great to watch. I mean, Giles has just had an unbelievable year. I mean, the numbers that if he only gets 43 yards today, I would be shocked.
That'd be because he caught a long touchdown, broke the record, and they just decided to rest him a little bit right there. Chowan does come in winless on the season, 0-9, 0-7 in the conference. I was going to say unwinning, but winless is the correct term. Yeah. And they, Coach Paul Johnson's got his work cut out for him here. They'll be kicking the ball off to the Argos to let Pee Wee Jarrett and company get on offense first. So we'll give you the starters offensively. It'll be Jacob Bruce at left tackle, Colton Beasley at left guard, Oak Stipe, one of those honored with Jacob before the game for being here and going through so many wars, is at center, Namanta Decor, also a senior here today, big 67, big chop at right guard, and then Ben Freeman, transfer. So a lot of these guys in the offensive line, 4 or 5, this will be it. This is their last home game here in Pensacola. Of course, Pee Wee Jarrett, he's a senior as well at quarterback. He's been fantastic this year, 2,400 yards. He's thrown 25 touchdowns, only 7 interceptions on the season, having a heck of a year.
Yeah.
We'll see the running back situation as the kick is up and in the air. Jackson Blaylock at tight end. Kick return is short. Who's taking it there? Is that Ralph Ortiz? Wow, good job, Ralph. Linebackers returning kicks. I love it.
That's always as a defensive guy where you get out there and say, "See, coach, I told you you should be playing me at offense." Always on special teams or something like that. Those guys are always out there politicking.
As a defensive guy, I always tell them, "You really want that?" Because you know what the defensive guys are trying to do to you on the other side of the ball.
Yeah.
Pretty good field position. The Argos will start at the 34 for the first drive of the game, and so Pee Wee and company bringing it out there. Let's see who is at running back. Oh, he's hiding over there. Jarrett claps his hands, looks in and checks the play. Can't tell if I believe that's Jamontez Woods sitting on his left shoulder because I don't see the dreadlocks. I don't see the long hair. Pulls it out. Quick screen outside of the receiver. Zach Offord out across the 40. Going to pick up some good yardage. Looked like the wheels were spinning a little bit there.
Yeah, there's that physical receiver group that you were talking about before there with Leggett and John Giles throwing some long blocks out there. Yeah,
that's Jacoby Quillen out there, and then Caden Leggett out in front as we look at the replay. Good yardage on first down. They'll pick up 8. It'll be 2nd and 2.
See, we got such long guys out there. I'm getting them all mixed up.
Jackson Blaylock at tight end. It's Caden Leggett, Jacoby Quillen, John Giles, but you've already seen Zach Offord. You'll see others as well that'll rotate through here today. Jarrett back to pass on second down, fires it up the field. He's got Giles. Giles goes to turn, and looks like the turf's a little loose, but he's in to Chowan territory inside the 45. We'll see where they mark this. I tell you what, Giles finds a hole in the zone deep downfield, and Jarrett with a strong throw. Kid's got a great arm.
Yeah, nice little deep curl flat concept there. A nice little first down, move the chains.
Well, they're going too fast. They come right back.
Yeah.
And they go to Giles again. Looks like they're going to try to get in this record pretty quickly. A little quick out to Giles, and Giles had some guys out in front, but it's a short gain. He'll pick up 4 to the Chowan 40. So how about this? 3 straight throws to start the game. We're used to seeing them come out and run. We'll try to get the Chowan defense set for you here in a second, but the Argos are going fast and furious here. Woods in the backfield. They'll hand it off. They'll try the right side. Not much there, but look at Big Chop and look at Oak Stipe just keeps pushing Jamontez Woods. He may have gotten a yard, but it looked like that was dead in the backfield.
Yeah.
Good job up front trying to get a push. Looks like they'll give him the 38, so a gain of 2. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 4. Really nice job of trying to find a hole, but he just kind of, Woods on that play ran into his own offensive lineman and then just kind of got caught up in it. So 3rd down and 4, you're kind of in that in-between. You could run it, you could throw it. 3 receivers out on the far side of the field, but Blaylock comes in motion towards the line. 2 safeties deep. A little bit of cover 2. Pee Wee back to throw. He's got time. Finds his tight end. It's Jackson Blaylock inside the Chowan 25, and I think that is reception number 6 for tight end this season.
There you go,
Coach.
Pack it in. We got our check it off the box there. Don't need to cover him the rest of the game.
We're doing everything.
He's hit his quota.
Down to the 24, gain of 14. It's another Argo first down, and they're in business on this opening possession.
Love it. Nice pitch and catch right there. Love to see the tight end getting involved.
Chowan is definitely playing a little bit soft, and they're giving that opportunity for the Argos to go. Pee Wee's looking. He's looking towards Giles. It's up over the top. Safety's coming. It's too late.
Leggett.
John Giles scores. It's Leggett. Excuse me.
Yeah.
That is Leggett. I
Nice
apologize,
catch,
Caden Leggett. What a great throw, and what an even better catch. Safety was coming over. I assumed it was Giles because we've seen Giles score about 8 touchdowns
He's
in that
always
same
on
spot.
that side. Yeah, you're right.
Caden Leggett on senior day draws first blood. You love to see it. They all appreciate it for each other.
Yeah.
And Pee Wee Jarrett has got all day to throw. Offensive line doing a great job here, and what a great catch by Caden Leggett. And he goes over the the little thing down in the corner of the end zone there. It's soft, so he didn't get hurt.
Right.
And that'll bring out our guy, Griffin Serra, with an opportunity to try to put this PAT through. Griff, really good this season, 43 of 44 on the point after. Snap is down, the hold is good, the kick is up, and it is through. And the Argos are on top, 7-0. We'll take a break right here with the two teams. Score 7-0. We'll take a 2-minute break across our platforms on the UWF Sports Network.
Sammy Barker's, proud sponsor of UWF Athletics and located just 2 miles from campus down East 9 Mile Road. Sammy Barker's is locally owned and known for award-winning burgers, street tacos, signature conies, hand-cut fries, craft beer, sports, and live music. Award-winning food and service, including Best of the Bay and Burger Battle by the Bay winner. Sammy Barker's. Eat local, drink local.
This is not a restaurant. This is slow smoking that stirs your soul. The stuff that makes going out feel like coming home. This is not a restaurant. It's a barbecue. 50 years in the making. Come fill up on all your favorites. Sonny's Barbecue. Come taste tradition.
This is a Whataburger table tent. An orange and white trophy for your made-to-order burger. It means we cook your meal up fresh. And don't get up, because we'll bring it right to you. So if you're looking to sit down and celebrate the fact that you left it all on the field, we've got your number. Whataburger, just like you like it.
Realm Apartments is a proud sponsor of the Argonauts. Realm is opening less than a mile from campus and is now leasing brand new apartments and townhouses for a fall 2021 opening. These apartments come fully furnished and rates include water, sewer, cable, Wi-Fi, and trash. Check out realmlife.com for more information. Go Argos!
We're back with you. 7-0 our score here in Pensacola, Florida. The Argos go 6 plays, 66 yards. It's a 24-yard touchdown strike from Pee Wee Jarrett to Caden Leggett. How about Pee Wee, coach, to start the game? 5 for 5, 64 yards. I can do that math. It's 100% completion percentage, and he throws the touchdown pass.
Nice.
That's a half for some guys.
Yeah.
That's one drive.
Absolutely. Yeah, great job right there. Good first drive, getting the ball to Giles a lot, and good decent couple, mix in some runs there, and a nice finish with the one-on-one matchup out there to leg it.
Logan Gregory puts the kick in the air. It's taken inside the 5. The return is on out across the 20, maybe short of the 25. That's where Chowan will set up for their first drive of the game. Their quarterback is Rashad McKee. He can run it, but he throw it a little bit too, about 54% completion. Interceptions have been the problem. He's had 12 of those against 10 touchdowns. Romeo Felton, love that name for a running back, number 22. Demetrius Moore is a big tight end. You can expect him to catch some balls. Tyree Holloway, number 8. Number 6 is Kalani Washington. Noah Toster, 84, are the receivers. And across the front, big D'Angelo Woods at left tackle. Noah Horton, left guard. The center's Major Dillard. Right guard is Leon Johnson. And Stephen Greaves is over at right tackle. The 24-yard line is officially where this drive will begin, with Chowan already down 7-0, 12-13 left here in quarter number 1. They'll run it on first down. Romeo Felton finds a little room on the right side out near the 30.
Argo's got a little penetration in there pretty quickly. It was Ortiz off the edge, but Chowan able to kind of split the defense there a little bit and find a crease and get a little positive yardage to start the game off.
They'll give him the 30. Quincy Milholm comes up to make the tackle, so it's a gain of 6. We got a player down before the play even goes, I think. Yeah, one of the offensive linemen right there is down, and it's a number that I don't have in the too deep, but let's see, it's 74.
Yeah, I don't have him on the
yeah, he didn't even show up on the roster. This
must
happens.
have forgot the jersey
this
at home.
happens every week. Yeah, they put on a different one. And it might be the center. It might be Major Dillard. I couldn't quite see, but he's close to the football there. This gives us the opportunity. Then let's get the Argo defense in while we're here in the neighborhood. Across that front, and what a great front they are. We mentioned in the radio side in the pregame, 29 sacks already on the season for the Argos. You got Jake Dorn in there. You've got John McMullen, Kenny Martin, Juice Williams. You're going to get Byron Puryear in the game as well. They'll play a bunch across the front. Ralph Ortiz, Walker Robinson, Gael Laurent are your linebackers. G and Walker are your leading tacklers on this defense. Eli Williams at one corner, Virgil Lemons at the other. They've been great this year. You'll see Amari Mitchell, McGrew Fortune, but Braylon Anderson, Quincy Milholm, DJ Barnes, a bunch of guys playing in that secondary. They'll run it on second down back to Romeo Felton. Finds a hole on the left side. He'll get the first down and then some across the 35 out near the 40. In fact, they'll mark him at the 40, gain of 10. First down, Chowan.
Yeah, a little quads look there out of the Chowan offense. 4 guys to one side. Little stretch play there to the heavy side.
Mixing it up a little bit right there. McKee brings him back. They got receivers out, and they're going to run a quarterback run, but Juice Williams says, I don't think so.
No, he was there in a hurry.
He was there. He was kind of moving quicker than the quarterback was. And what a great angle, Coach.
Yeah.
To get on that quarterback. So it's another sack, 30th of the season for this Argo defense, and Big Juice.
Yeah.
Squeezing McKee.
Man. Kind of backdoored that his block and chased down the outside zone from behind. Impressive play from that Argo defense.
Takes them back to the 33, so it's a loss of 7. I'll tell you what, tackles for loss, this defense has been so good in that aspect of football, and it sets up a 2nd and 17.
They sure have.
Behind the chains, there's more pressure coming. McKee's back to pass. He's not getting away from John McMullen. Big Mac puts him on the ground. It's a back-to-back sacks for this Argo D.
Yeah, great job by the that Argo defensive front getting back in the backfield, and great coverage on the back end there. Argos were manned up on the back end, and nowhere for the quarterback to go but take the sack on that.
Loss of 3. That's sack number 10 for John McMullen on the season. He was on the ground on that play and got up and still got the quarterback. Just relentless effort, relentless pressure from John McMullen and this Argo defense. So they now set Chowan up with a 3rd and 20. Now, that's not the down and distance you want, no matter what kind of offense you have. McKee back to pass, more pressure coming. Are they going to get 3 in a row? No, he's going to chunk it deep. And the defense is back there. It's going to be a pick. Tipped by Virgil Lemons, taken by Amari Mitchell. Mitchell's on the run across the midfield. 40, 30, to the 20. Can they trip him? He stays on his feet to the 10.
Oh, my gosh.
He's still going inside the 5. They finally get him down. I thought Amari Mitchell was going to score on the craziest return I've seen.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable is the right word. That is the 11th pick for the team this season. First for Amari Mitchell. And you were talking about defensive guys saying, "Coach, play me on offense."
Jacob Dorn came off the edge untouched, and Rashad McKee felt that pressure, kind of spun out of the pocket, and then threw a prayer up there. And great job of the DBs popping one up in the air.
I tell you what, on the replay we're watching here, Amari Mitchell's got some wheels.
He is.
He hit the seam in the middle, and then great second and third effort. They were lucky to get him on the ground. So the Argos are going to start at the 4-yard line. And I'll tell you what, the pressure from this Argo defense just already wreaking havoc for Chowan. 9:28 left in the first quarter. Argo's already up 7-0, and they're at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, that's where you like to be on offense there to start your drive, huh?
Nothing wrong with that. Amari Mitchell, good to see him getting in on it. What a great team defensive effort across that set of downs there after Chowan had picked up a first down. They'll run it inside. Jamontez Woods puts his head down, pushes the pile. He's going to get into the end zone as everybody does a little bit of that tush push.
Yeah.
And Woods gets another touchdown. Trying to see what that's his 6th of the season for Jamontez, who had a great game last week, and the Argos are doing it in all phases of the game right now.
Yeah,
nice
great
push up front. Really wasn't a hole there. It was just kind of getting behind some big bodies up front, and then rugby scrum into the end zone. Oak Stipe and Ben Freeman right at the front of that.
Yeah, great physical run down there on the goal line. Love to see it get punched in. Everybody, little team effort there, and nice finish to the one-play drive.
And here comes the PAT. Griff Sarah out here, looking right at him. We're nice and close here in the end zone. That one is up and is over the net. It is true. We'll take another break. 14-0 is our score. 9:20 left in the first quarter. Argos on top after the big interception and the touchdown on the UWF Sports Network. Welcome back in here to Pensacola, Florida. Will Kennedy, Coach Kyle Shoemaker with you from Penn Air Field on the campus of the University of West Florida. 14-0 our score. Argos on top big early. First drive of the game, they fly down the field, throwing the football all over the place and score on a 24-yarder from Pee Wee Jarrett to Caden Leggett. Defense forces an interception, returns it to the 4-yard line, and then Jamontez Woods punches it in. One-play drive, 4 yards for the TD. Our last scoring drive recap, ball in the air. Logan Gregory kicks this. Fair catch is called, and Chowan, I think he was regretting calling that fair catch pretty quickly, the return man there. I don't know why he was waving his arm that early.
We had to wave it again late, too.
In that
Come
situation,
on, guys, blow the whistle.
That's Travion Gilbert, number 36, who had a nice return on the first one. And Chowan had gotten it going with the running game, picked up a first down, and then decided it was time to try to drop back. Well, actually, the first one was a quarterback run that Juice Williams blew up, and then you can kind of see the trouble for Chowan when you're behind the sticks quickly after a 7-yard loss. All of a sudden, it just snowballed from there. John McMullen with a sack and then the interception with Jake Dorn applying some pressure. And they'll start at their own 25 for their second possession. High snap. McKee pulls it down. He kind of gets chased out of the pocket. He's looking to throw. He's got him, man. He hits him. This might go to the house. Ralph Ortiz trying to catch the receiver. He's not going to. Tyree Holloway. And Coach had talked about this, Coach Nobles. They've got playmakers. They can make some big plays, and they make one, and the crowd's kind of like, what just happened?
Yeah, a little RPO play right there. Woo. Quarterback read the defensive end, pulled it, and was about to get tackled, and then number 8 here was blocking in the slot on Ralph Ortiz, and as the quarterback was kind of scrambling, he took off and ran. It kind of looks like street ball-esque, but it is designed, and those are actually really tough to stop. It was a great execution there by Chowan, but with McKee being heads-up play there, checking it downfield. But, hate to see it for the Argos.
It's just going to be one of those games is what I'm asking myself right now, because that was huge. I mean, big plays all over the place. Flags fly here before the PAT attempt. This will be Jose Coluna kicking it off here, or taking the PAT attempt. They're going to back it up. They get Chowan with it there. Wow, that was huge, and it really was. I mean, you got a linebacker on a receiver, and not that Ralph Ortiz can't cover some receivers. I mean, he's not their traditional big, bulky linebacker, but he was already beaten, and the throw was on the money. That's one as a quarterback, and as the kick is up, and it's going to miss. Doinks the upright.
Oh, boy.
And so I already wrote down 7, so I think I jinxed Chowan on purpose, or not on purpose, one of the two. And it's 14-6 with 9:08 left. But, Coach, that's one of those where the quarterback, he's just got to make the throw.
Yeah.
And that's a little more pressure than some people would think. The guy's open, but if he throws it too far in front of him or behind him, and Ralph catches him.
Yeah, and that's a tough play for when you're in man coverage like Ralph was there. I mean, you're playing your man. He's blocking you, so you're reading, okay, I got to escape off this and go make a play. Well, now all of a sudden he's not blocking you. He's running down the field, and you turn around and, oh, shoot, the quarterback just threw it over my head, so you're playing catch-up. And, that's tough, really tough in modern football to stop that stuff.
We've already gone through our first 2 breaks, so we got 9:08 left to play here. It's going to be – we're interested to see where this goes.
Yeah.
So set to kick it off. Coluna will try to put the ball in the air. Talking with Zach Offord last night. He was working, and a lot of these guys, football players, will work as student workers at other sporting events. And Zach was working at the basketball game, the receiver, last night as part of the game ops crew. He said, we're close. We're close to taking one back to the house.
Yeah.
And so he's looking to do it here today. We'll see if he gets the opportunity. The first kick was short. This one is taken by Offord. Offord cuts it. Turns it out to the outside. He's still on his feet across the 40. They're finally going to get him down, but I think Zach was thinking about it right there. Argo's going to have some nice starting field position here. Nice return by Zach Offord, who's been averaging 25-plus on his returns.
I don't know that I've ever met a kick returner or a punt returner who hasn't said that they're very close to returning one to the house. Usually those guys, it's always one block away on those kickoff returns.
Coach, he appreciates the history, though, and you'll appreciate the history, too, because Zach asked me, the nerve of this kid, right? He asked me, do you know what the last time we took one to the house was? I was like, yeah, it was Marcus Clayton against Lenore Ryan in 2019. He looked at me, he's like, oh, you know. I was like, yeah, I do know. I was calling it. And you were down on the side or up in the booth watching it.
I was down on the sideline. That was a magical one.
Yeah. We had to have that one.
We did.
It's funny. You don't win that 2019 title without that play.
No.
And you never know when you're going to need a play like that. It's going to turn that out.
That game was a shootout, and Lenore Ryan has a great home atmosphere. And
you may see them again.
Yeah, it's tremendous setup they have up there. That was a fun one. They were a big pooch kick team.
Yes.
Always kicking it short, and guys did a good job adjusting, and Marcus Clayton took it to the house. That was big monkey off the back there, as they say.
Argo's got a little anxious there. John Giles jumps. They back it up. It's 1st and 15. They'll run it. Jalen Bussey, middle of the field, out across the 50. He's going to get near first down. In fact, he'll get to the chains, the yardage they needed. They needed to get to the 47 of Chowan. That's exactly what he got. And so the Argos get a nice run by 21. And it's a first down and into Chowan territory.
Bussey's really come along nicely this year. he seems to like he's just gotten better and better, and nice run there.
Plus 15 on that, so nice 15-yard gain, and all of a sudden the Argos are getting it done in a variety of ways offensively. Oak Stipe set to snap it back to Pee Wee Jarrett. Let's get the defense for you while we have an opportunity. I just realized this is the third possession for the Argos, haven't been able to get your Chowan defense in. Jarrett back to pass, plenty of time, fires it over. As good as the catch was by Leggett in the end zone, he just drops one here at about the 40-yard line, and he's regretting that.
He is. He was looking down the field at that defender coming to tackle him.
Trying to make a move on him before in his mind. In his mind.
Yep.
On senior day, he's like, I'm about to make this guy miss, and then instead he missed the football. Jay-Sean Alston at one defensive end, DeMarcus Carroll at the other. Got to watch both of them, 45 and 41. Quentin Perry, 97. Travion Mitchell is huge inside, 51 tackles, 13 tackles for losses for number 3. Linebackers, Jordan Brown, number 14, Evan McGee, 11. Kamari Carey is 0. We'll get the DBs here in a second. They'll run a stretch play, but it's going nowhere. So after the incompletion, the Argos can't find anything on the run. Jalen Bussey gets hit early in this one behind the line of scrimmage. He never even got back. And in fact, it's back into Argo territory. It's going to be a nice loss on the play if you're a Chowan fan right there. DBs, and they don't list corners or safeties, as this will be marked at the Argo 49, so a loss of 4.
Yeah, nice job of that Chowan defensive line getting in the backfield.
Our boy Jamie Smith walking by, the legend himself.
That's right.
He used to sit in your chair right there.
The best arms in Argo history.
In the day, He's been known to do some curls. 3rd and 14 from the 49. Jarrett back to pass. We converted the 4th and 22 last week, so why not? Throws it across. Oh, he's looking for Giles. Giles can't come up with the catch. Good coverage over there by 25, Kenai Tucker, but it's Armani Ridley at one DB, Abdurrell Lee at the other, Jordan Johnson, Nick Wilson, who's got 37 tackles and 4 interceptions on the season. And then you just saw Kenai Tucker in there. So good job by this Chowan defense with the Argos with good field position, holding them to 1 first down. And near midfield, they're going to force a punt from Logan Gregory.
This Chowan roster is like nationwide. They got guys from Florida, Georgia, Massachusetts, Maryland, California, Alabama. I mean, they're all over.
Logan
Ohio.
Gregory in there averaging 40.4 per punt. He's going to get a fair catch and an inside the 20 on this one to add to those totals. Nice job by special teams. Fair catch called for there on the punt return by Demetrius Moore. So Chowan with a little wind in their sails. They score a touchdown, force a punt, and will start at their own 14 with some momentum with 7:07. How is there still 7:07 left?
I know. We've played a lot of football for not very much time.
A lot of
to
things
come
have
off the
happened
clock.
in this quarter already. McKee will bring the offense back out.
Yeah, new back in the backfield for Chowan here, number 18. Maybe 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah, well, that's a big boy, and they try the double pass. And it's going to pick up some yards. It's not going to go for a gigantic play. Who is that man?
Yeah.
Okay, so they bring in
Desmond Johnson.
Yeah, Desmond Johnson, who is listed as a quarterback coach, 6'3", 260 is what they list him at. That's a tight end,
Not to be mistaken for the goal line back.
No, and that was or the defensive tackle. And did he throw that with his left hand? I think he did. Oh my!
He very well could have.
And that gets us out to the 21, so it's a gain of 7. It'll set up a 2nd and 3. I believe they took him out of the game. They went a little more traditional in the backfield here. McKee chased out of the pocket to his right. Got a man coming at him. It was Rocco Robinson. Throws it up. Could have been a pick, and we haven't seen one of those, I don't think, this season, and that's DJ Barnes coming over and, as they say for safeties, laying the wood to Kalani Washington after the ball had gone past.
Yeah. That was another one of those RPO plays.
Yeah, Walker forced that throw to be kind of thrown high. That could have been a completion, but that's an old-school football DB coming over and making a receiver pay.
Monster hit to the chest right there. Clean hit, but physical.
3rd and 3. Argos, no safeties in the middle of the field here. They look like they may walk some pressure up here. 4 receivers out. Quick throw in the flat. And makes the man miss, is going to get the first down out across the 25. There was a chance to kill that play before it could get a first down, but nice job by Siobhan Harkless, the backup running back, 28, of catching that ball from McKee. And really, it's all about this tackle in the flat as we watch the replay here. Unable to come up with it was Eli Williams. That was a Deion Sanders tackle. What was he doing? He's diving at ankles and couldn't find him.
That's right.
It'll be out to the 27-yard line, so gain of 6, first down for Chowan. McKee looks over the defense. Hands it off to Harkless. Harkless has got nowhere to go. Walker Robinson all over him. It's another tackle for loss and a little scramble from the dog right there as Walker celebrates that one with, they got a routine. Guy Laurent and Walker just did it was like synchronized swimming, and they're going to draw a 15-yarder. You can't do that.
No.
They get you for taunting, don't they?
I think apparently they do.
That was going to be a big loss, too. Wow. So Walker and G apparently worked that out, but what that does is give a first down to the other team.
It was a cool routine, but it cost 15
I was trying
yards.
to see where the football was going to be. It was going to be inside the 25.
Not excited about that.
It's going to be a loss of 4, but instead, 15-yard penalty. And, we talked in the pregame about, a team, you just don't want to give a team like this life. You don't want to give them something to kind of hang their hat on.
Yeah. The Argos kind of, they really did kind of give somebody or give them a play right there. McKee kind of missed the read, handed it off to a guy who he was reading, and if he would have pulled it, probably had some daylight there to get some positive yardage, but didn't matter. Argos with the personal foul there. So,
still, 90-plus yards of penalties a game. I don't even want to give the official number. It's under 100 for the first time in a little while, but that one hurts. And here comes Jake Dorn, Joel Vargas, John McMullen, and McKee's going to slide in front of Guy Allen Walker over there near the 40, short gain. As the pressure, McKee obviously is very athletic. And you got to be careful with him, but it's the pressure right up the middle that just forces him to the outside, but not much doing.
Yeah. They seem to ask a lot of this guy. I mean, they give
he's the offense,
they give him a lot of you could tell he's reading a lot of people and has the freedom to throw it downfield when he looks like he's taking off and scrambling. I mean, this is it's a tough offense to stop.
Officially no gain on the play, and Joel Vargas is in there before almost as the handoff is being tossed, but he does. McKee gets it to Harkless, and he gets around the right edge of the defense, and he's going to pick up some not a first down, but he picks up some good yards on second down. Well, they're on McKee. Really, you mentioned it a play or two ago. As he's handing the ball off, you got Argos in his face.
Yeah. He'll wait till the last second, whoever he's reading until they come tackle him, and then he'll pitch it or throw it downfield or whatever, whoever he's reading. But he's reading at least, one or two guys every play. It's, you're going to see some stuff like that.
3rd and 5. He picks up 5 on the run there, so it's a big third down for both teams, for the offense and the defense. Argos do bring some pressure. Flag is thrown. You got an open man. It's Harkless. He's across the 50, 30. Finally tripped up by DJ Barnes, shy of the 20, but there was a flag down early in this play. We'll have to see. I'm going to guess a hold based on the way the Argos were coming.
Looked very, very quick there. I don't know if they picked somebody there and swung the back out of the backfield. That was a big one.
Illegal formation. You get a big play and you have something like that take it away from you. And I don't know. I haven't watched a ton of Chowan. I've watched a little bit on film, but you almost feel like if you're 0-9, it's probably stuff like this throughout the season that's taking away a big play, too many big plays.
Right.
Nice little wheel route out of the backfield, though.
Great play call. Great job with the matchup there on the back on a linebacker, but too many guys in the backfield there. Not enough people lined up on the line of scrimmage, I suppose. Back
it up, make it 3rd and 10 right here. This will be big because this is the kind of thing that gets you, because you turn around and now you're facing a 3rd and 10, and this Argo defense has been in your face, and this allows them definitely to kind of tee off on you. Fakes it, cuts it up inside, still on his feet, and he finally kind of goes down. A little bit of a weird twist there. Guy Laurent was coming to potentially put a hit on it, but he's going to be well short of the first down. Probably got back to the original 3rd and 5 distance, but it sets up a punting situation. Looks like they'll bring out Patrick Talbot to punt. Opportunity here for the Argos to get back on offense. So good job by this defense of stopping this drive after a first down. Virgil Lemons drifts back into his own end. Oh, they almost got that one. It came out funky. And I think it hit one of the Chowan players there in the ankle. It'll be inside the Argo 30, but I thought they almost got to that to block it.
Yeah. Talbot was trying to sell it there. He went down pretty hard.
No, it was interesting. I mean, the snap was maybe Joel Vargas got into him, but he didn't really run into him. And that snap, by the way, it was a looped snap for the radio audience. It wasn't directly to the punter. There was a lot of air under it, and that gave plenty of opportunity for the Argos to get there.
Yeah, it looked like that Argo defender came up and was kind of slowing down, stopped themselves, and then maybe just put his hands on the punter after he punted. And there was some showmanship there for sure.
Punters,
that's
man.
That's a good no call there by the Gulf South crew.
We do have a third member of the broadcast team. Kate Thomas is down there on the sideline. She's kind of digging around with the Argo sideline, getting the emotional aspects of this game and kind of seeing where the temperature is after a hot start. And then, unfortunately, that big play. But the Argos really can come back out here offensively and probably get their hands back around this game pretty quickly. And you're waiting for that big throw. John Giles, we mentioned 43 yards is what he needs coming in to break the record. He's at 26 right now, so he's about halfway there, a little more than halfway there, and it could be one throw. And I got a feeling they're going to try one.
Yeah.
And it might be right here. It's the reason I'm saying. Maybe an opportunity that they may decide they want to go deep and try to chunk it deep for 0.
We're going to see.
Argo start at their 28, 2:37 left, up 14-6. Jarrett pulls it. He's looking to run behind C.J. Wilson, who's out there, and doesn't get much. That took way too long to get going, as they say. He gets maybe 2 yards, 2nd and 8. Yeah, he pulled it out of C.J. Wilson's belly. Probably should have just given it to C.J. And then gets dragged down by one of the big bodies up front. That's 99, Derek Badley, 6'2", 370. Coach,
that's a big fella.
I don't like to be fallen on by people that are that big.
No.
This time he'll hand it to Wilson. Wilson's got some room. Got a blocker out in front. Jackson Blaylock makes a nice block. CJ's going to get near first down yardage. He may have gotten right to the 38, I think is what he needed, and it looks like he's right about there. It's either going to be a first down. They go ahead and give it to him. So CJ picks up 8. First down Argos. Good to see CJ back out there after missing last week.
Yeah, I love to see those guys getting healthy and back on the field for sure.
And obviously, you don't want to have to play guys that are banged up too long in this game. So you go ahead and get another touchdown or two here, and it might be time to see some other guys in this football game in the second half.
Yeah.
But we still got some things to decide. We still got 1:32 left here in the first quarter of this one. Handoff again. Wilson dancing around on the left side of the line, but finally finds a sliver to get through. Gets out across the 40. Looks like they'll give him the 41. Gain of 3. Should bring up 2nd and 7. Good crowd now. Now that they've kind of filled in, there's still some seats empty, but good to see.
Yeah,
the Argo faithful, the blue and green. Good crowd on the visiting side too.
Yeah, good turnout.
Might be, as we mentioned in the pregame on the radio side, but for the TV audience, might be the last home game of the season. Not quite sure yet. We'll find out tomorrow. But the Argos want to get this win and put themselves in the playoffs, and then we'll figure out what it looks like from there. That'll be tomorrow, the selection show. I think it's 5 o'clock local time. They'll run it to the right side this time. Jamontez Woods finds a hole across the 45, near the 50. I think they finally chopped him down at the 48-49. They'll give him 49-yard line. It's going to be a first down Argos out near midfield. On the move here using the running game. Good blocks up front, Jacob Bruce and others. And upfield again, there's DeMonte DeCore out across midfield. Big chop leading the way.
Oh, yeah. I love to see the big guys downfield blocking, getting their picture in the paper.
In the paper, as they say, or on the broadcast.
On the broadcast these days, or on social media.
Yeah. Get on that highlight reel. That's what you want to be on. Jackson Blaylock comes back towards the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers out in formation. Jarrett steps up in the pocket. Around the pressure. He's looking deep, but he overthrew John Giles by about 10, 15 yards. As Giles, I'll tell you what, Chowan knows what's up. They got 3 people around John Giles running that deep route.
Early on there, it looked like Pee Wee he wanted to throw to Giles, and I think that Chowan defense saw that too. They were trying to, only one guy was able to keep up with him. But
yeah, that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. 14-6 is our score. We'll take a 2.5-minute break across all platforms as the Argos lead this one by 8 on the UWF Sports Network. Back with you here in Pensacola, Florida. Will Kennedy, Coach Kyle Shoemaker. Second quarter, ready to roll. 14-6 Argos on top is our score. Second down and 10. Ball out near midfield just on the UWF side. They're going to throw a quick screen to Giles. Giles gets away from the first man to the 40 inside Chowan territory. Looked like the defender had him, Coach, and then he turned on some jets and threw a nice stiff arm in there.
He did, man. He's big from afar, and he's even bigger when you're up close trying to tackle him.
He's 6'3", 6'4", and he's long. He looks a little skinny, but he's powerful. Look at that. Just a nice burst on the replay here. He gets the first down, gets to the 38 of Chowan, so into Chowan territory. And does that get us there? Oh, that's 13 yards. That does, I believe.
Giles one-on-one
it's
again
really
here.
close. It's really close. I just saw that there was a text. Pee-wee's back to pass. Looking deep. Going over the top. He's got a man. Caden Leggett again. Touchdown, Argos.
There you go.
38 yards on the throw and catch, and Caden Leggett's got his second touchdown. Pee-wee's got his second as well.
Yeah, nice job there by the Argos offense there, hitting Leggett on the little play action skinny post. Tough to cover that guy one-on-one.
Well, we just said on the previous, right before we flipped quarters, on the deep ball they threw to Giles, they're definitely worrying about where Giles is, and you can see a safety trying to come off of Giles and find Leggett, middle of the field, but Leggett's already gone by that point, ran right past the defender over there, and the Argos get the touchdown, though. Pending the PAT, be up 21-6. Snap is good from Don Vellante. Hold from Logan Gregory's down. Kick is up, and it is through. And the Argos take a 21-6 lead. It looks like we're staying here because I don't see my friend Jim Hammond, the red hat, running back out there. I guess we'll take a break the next time somebody scores. It was so quick there. But, Coach, that ends up being a 7-play drive for the Argos. It started back at the 28. They go 72 yards and do it with a kind of combination, some good running early in the drive, and then the deep ball, or actually the quick out to Giles and then the deep ball to follow. This offense looks good right now.
They do, man. They're firing on all cylinders, so scoring quickly there. Big plays.
And we talked early and often about the fact that you want to get on top of a team like Chowan. You want to go ahead and put the game out of reach and out of doubt as quickly as you can. And the Argos, minus that big touchdown play they gave up in the first quarter, seem to be doing the things that their coaching staff would want them to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, second touchdown of the day for old Leggett through the air there.
A couple nice longer catches, right?
Yeah, they like the matchup they got out there, so good to see him having a big day.
Caden Leggett, I mean, maybe overshadowed by John Giles. Coming into this game, Leggett was having a decent year, 34 catches, 500 yards. He had 6 touchdowns. He's got 2 all of a sudden, and he's got some good yardage here today.
Yeah.
Picking up already at 62 yards. He's got 2 catches for 62 yards. They're both touchdowns.
Yeah.
He had one he dropped, or he had a third catch.
He may not be having the all-world stats here that Giles is, but he's every bit of the same caliber of player. You've got 2 exceptional receivers there in that Argo receiver room, in Giles and Leggett, for sure.
Another fair catch called by Chowan, so they'll start at the 25 here. And John Giles, by the way, it was close. He's got 4 catches for 40 yards, so he is 3 yards away. 3 yards away. We'll say he's got to get 4.
That's one catch. That's not even a hitch.
Yeah, just throw him that quick out. I see Brian Lester walking across from the Navarre Press, a legend in his own time, covering all sports all the time. One of the great – there's not a ton of local sports coverage anymore.
Yeah.
And I bemoan that fact. They're going deep. Amari Mitchell, opportunity to get over on that football. They were looking for Holloway again, the guy who has the big touchdown, but a nice job by Amari coming over and shutting that down.
Amari Mitchell sniffed that out from across the field. He sensed that early, and he looked like he was there before that.
He was.
Chowan offensive receiver even knew that it was coming to him. Nice play.
I like what Coach Johnson from Chowan did there, Paul Johnson, of saying, you know what, we let's go deep. Let's try to get something, just to get some momentum back, because the Argos feel like they got it all going right now. That brings up 2nd and 10, though. Now you're behind the chains a little bit. They'll hand off to Harkless. He'll try the left side, and there's nothing happening. Oh, he does squirt 3 free there. I thought the defense across the front, Deshaun Wilson, who was in there, thought he was about to get him with some pursuit from the back, but instead Harkless gets loose and picks up some quality yards. It's really a nice job of stretching this play out. Finally coming up and making the hit. Trying to see who that was that snuck in there. That was Zach Johnson, the DB, 28, that got in there and knocked him out of bounds. Mm-hmm. Gain of 3 brings up 3rd and 7 or 8. Argos show a little pressure, then back out of it. They'll just rush with 4. It's a screen pass. Walker Robinson is all over it. Gets a little help from Johnson coming up, and Argos were not fooled.
No, they sniffed that screen out quick right there. They were all over it, and on comes the punt team.
Back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 4th and 7, and the Argos are going to get the football back with an offense that feels electric and extremely dangerous right now.
Yeah, they're moving the ball in a hurry.
Jose Calunya into punt. Snaps back there. The Argos are coming. He gets another one off. It's kind of a rushed punt. Takes a bounce inside Argo territory about the 45, then rolls inside the Argo 40. Just kind of keeps on drifting there. Virgil Lemons comes over. Yeah. He's like talking in the guy's ear from Chowan, just kind of like, hey, you going to touch that? What's going on right there?
These punts from Talbot are tough to predict where they're going to go. Tough to get a return.
That's right. Sorry, Patrick Talbot in there punting, not Kaluna. Then you kind of come off. You're not quite sure where they're coming off the foot right there. Let's take a timeout. I see the red hat out there. 21-6 is our score. 12:53 left on the UWF Sports Network.
Groundbreaking orthopedic care is more than top-rated quality scores, more than leading-edge treatment options, more than world-class care close to home. It's all that and more. Andrews Institute. Groundbreaking care.
I need to try it first.
The Daily Medium Sub Special is back for a limited time only from Firehouse Subs. From Meatball Monday to Italian Sunday, a delicious deal for every day of the week, always handcrafted and piled high with hearty meats and cheeses, then served on a warm toasted sub roll. Order on firehousesubs.com or on the app to have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. And a portion of every purchase helps provide much-needed life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs, save more lives.
Change doesn't happen by luck or chance.
It doesn't quit, it doesn't give up.
Real change occurs in that split second, a moment of connection among people. Who will you connect with? What will you change?
What will change you?
The University of West Florida. No limits.
What do you expect from that first job out of college? Working your way up from the bottom? Instead, how does this sound? Starting in a guaranteed leadership position with people who look to you for guidance because you're trained to give it and make important decisions in critical situations. Skip entry level. Decide to lead as an Army officer.
Coach Kyle Shoemaker, Argos, going to get the football back, up 21-6 with 12:53 left in the second quarter. And still a lot of offense left to come, I think. They'll run it with Jamontez Woods, right side, gets across the 40, starting from their own 38. He gets the first down and then some.
Yeah, Woods with the physical run right there.
Punishing.
Shoulder, getting a little yards after contact.
Punishing 11-yard run. This started at the 36, but great job, Namonte DeCour. They go right back to it. All right, Caleb Nobles, don't even give us time to talk about what we're trying to talk about.
That's right.
It was 11 on the first carry that picked up the first down, and they'll come right back into Chowan territory and pick up another 6 or 7.
You know, one thing I love about this Coach Noble's offense is just the change of tempo. You know, tough to announce to, but he does such a good job of mixing it in, you know, a couple burst plays here and there. It's really tough to you can't, you know, when everybody's going fast all the time, you kind of get used to it, but when you mix it in bursts, it's really tough to you can really catch people off guard with it.
Quick screen out to Zach Alford, receiver screen. He gets near the first down. Can't tell exactly where he went out of bounds, but they had picked up 8 on the first down carry. It was 2nd and 2. We'll screen out to Buck on the side, and Jacoby Quillen couldn't get the block that he needed out there, so it's going to only go for a yard, and it'll set up. Wow, it's close, man. Give him the first down. What are we doing? It's at the 44, which I thought technically would be first down yardage, but it looks like it's 3rd and half a yard.
Let's take a shot, and then we can run it on the next one.
Yeah, on 4th down if we have to, right? Jamontez Woods on Jarrett's right shoulder. They'll hand it off. No, they'll keep it. Pee-wee probably should have handed it off. Oh, spins back to the left, inside the 40, across the 35. Pee-wee nimble like a cat.
That's right. No, I think you're right on that. He probably should have handed it there, but it did look like a little bit of a pole read that DN was able to play the running back and the quarterback on that.
Yeah.
Pee-wee so big and nimble and physical that he was still able to get there.
Yeah, it was Jay Sean Alston who was in the backfield, and it was like he had to make a choice, running back or quarterback. Pee-wee ends up getting down to the 32. It's a gain of 12. It's an Argo first down. Nice run by the big fella.
Yeah, you kind of need it, 2 people to take down Pee-wee.
It's not that easy.
Yeah, it's one-on-one. I don't know that I like many people against Pee-wee.
They'll run middle of the line. Woods bounces it out to the outside. 20 to the 15, inside the 10. They'll finally drag him down. Another big burst run by Jamontez Woods. Well, I think his last couple of weeks really starting to pick up speed. This is the transfer from Troy. He's a physical back. We kind of haven't had anybody like him in a while.
No, yeah, I'd love to see those physical runs. That looked like a bunch of kids hopping on Dad, trying to pull him down at the park right there. You know, he was running. He had guys hanging off his legs. That was a good physical run right there.
25 yards on the run, down to the 7-yard line. So the Argos are in the red zone where they've been great this season, including a 4-yard touchdown earlier today. They'll go to C.J. Wilson. Wilson dances around, finds a little crease inside. He'll get inside the 5. It looks like they'll give him the 4, gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and goal from there. Short gain there. And they got Carson Powers, I think, in there. Lots of tight ends, in the game. Trying to stack up and get physical on that line of scrimmage. So the Argos looking to really take control of this game with 9:24 and counting down here as they've got two receivers out near side of the field. Kind of power formation at the line. Wilson's in there. Pee Wee keeps. No, it's CJ. Flags fly. CJ Wilson gets into the end zone, but I don't think this will stand.
Really nice run by CJ there, just being patient, staying square. Hop, finding a hole, but
they get the hole right there. Back that up. So it'll be all of a sudden, and this has been a bit of an issue for this Argo team where you end up right there, and then all of a sudden you're back outside the 10, and this happened against West Isle. They weren't able to punch one in, had to kick a field goal. And, what a block, though. They called a hold, but, man, Ben Freeman buried somebody in the backfield.
Yeah, he did. I thought
it's not fair to offensive linemen to do that.
No, I thought CJ did a good job of reading all that and sifting his way through it, too. Tough finish right there. So close, yet so far away,
there we go.
Say.
Back out to the 14. Probably just gives us room to let John Giles break a record and get a touchdown in the process.
For sure.
Leggett and Giles are near side of the field. Single receiver on the top is Quillen. Jarrett takes it. Pulls it.
Oh.
It gets this is what I'm talking about. Now all of a sudden you're at the 19, and it's 3rd and goal from the 19-yard line as they get sacked in the backfield, and that's kind of one where Pee Wee pulls it out of Jamontez Woods, and there was a nice blitz coming. Several Chowan defenders were all standing around there. Wrong play against the wrong call on the other side.
Sometimes they get you.
Loss of 5, and what was once so promising is suddenly not.
Yeah, you hate to see that where you had a touchdown negated, and now all of a sudden you're 3rd and 19.
And all of a sudden you might potentially be looking at a long field goal, longer than you'd want.
Yeah.
But you never know. You may pull something out here. Tight end comes in motion from right to left. Jarrett's back to pass. Looking to his left, fires it. He's got a man. It's John Giles, and he drops it in the end zone.
Man.
Would have been the record, would have been a touchdown, and I don't know how John Giles dropped that. Maybe it got tipped.
It looked like it went right through the defender's hands, and maybe that kind of distracted him a little bit there.
We're watching a replay here. Yeah, I think it did. I think Giles was probably watching the defender right in front of him and thought he might get fingertips to it.
Just enough, yeah.
And either way, it goes as an incompletion. And that's going to bring on Griff Sarah, and he's going to try. The spot will be the 26, so a 36-yard field goal. That's his long on the season. He's really struggled the last couple weeks. He's 4 of 9 on the year, has missed a couple of attempts. This will be a great one right before the playoffs to get feeling good again. Whistles blow before he can kick it. It looked good. It was going to be good. And there's flags from the back and flags on the line, and the Argos may have delay of game. They let the play clock wind down. And so Griff Sarah's like, now I got to kick a 41-yarder.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Maybe, just maybe, the kick that he just banged through and looked pretty good on, that felt good. And, he certainly has the leg to make it from here, no question about it.
Yeah.
So Griff Sarah will drift back 5 yards. Logan Gregory has to move his spot. Don Vellante will snap. The Argos got Jake Dorn on one end. And Chowan's got a bunch of guys standing there. They may be trying to come get this. They're not really digging in. It looks a little different. Snap is down. Kick is up.
Nice kick.
And it is good from 41 yards. Good for Griff Sarah, good for the Argos, good for all of us. 24-6 is our score. Let's take a break with the two teams as the Argos extend their lead on the UWF Sports Network. Back with you here in Pensacola, Florida. Will Kennedy, Coach Kyle Shoemaker. 8:13 left. 24-6 is our score. Griff Sarah knocking home a 41-yarder. We love to see it, as Griff had been struggling, as I mentioned a little bit with, some of the recent kicks. But that one, Coach, you were saying, that had plenty of leg. That might have been good for 50-plus.
Yeah, it looked like it had a chance to. He had some really good leg on that one for sure.
Pee Wee Jarrett so far 8 of 12, 118 yards, 2 touchdowns, both to Caden Leggett in the game. Jamontez Woods has 56 yards rushing, and the Argos are dominating this football game as there's no fair catch this time. The return is on. It's Harkless. Oh, my Lord. Flying football there. Flags are coming in. Robert Riley, the linebacker, gets down there. I couldn't see who the other Argo was, but they just blew this play up, and the refs have tossed some laundry down on the field.
I almost wonder if it's got to be some type of holding or something like that, because he was running lateral. Sometimes that's where your holds come in. Or
maybe he's just like, that hit was just so good, I don't know what to do. I'll throw a flag. Now we'll see what the call.
That was a monster hit.
It is here. That's huge.
Looks like a couple Argos giving the thumbs up there. So
it may be on them. Yeah, blocking the back, adding insult to injury, literally, in this case. And this is one of those where it's like they've called fair catch the last couple of kicks, and I'm sure it was like, maybe just keep doing that.
Yeah.
You might want to just call fair catch.
Yep. In hindsight, that probably was the right thing to do.
Big
definitely.
Hit. Oh, my gosh. It's Robert Riley, and it's Rodney McGraw getting down there.
Ugh.
Honored before the game as one of the seniors here. Big Rod flying down the field. Guy out of my hometown of Houston, Texas in there. So love to see Rod getting down the field and coming up with a big hit.
Little raindrops coming down.
No.
Don't want to get that.
So, Joey, we might want to pull that camera in here. Yeah. We'll be here for a minute. Yeah, you can go ahead and turn it off there, Joey. This will start from the 5, and they'll run it on first down. There's not much not much room that can happen there. So that'll come out.
Will and I will be gutting it out.
Actually, you can leave that on for now. We'll stick it out here because we might need it at halftime. You never know. Short gain on the first down run. We're taking you behind the fourth wall here.
That's right.
On this broadcast. Good job by the defense. Juice Williams, Jake Dorn, and some others just hold that to a short gain. Looks like 2nd and 8. They'll give him the 7-yard line. And the forecast was for potentially some raindrops, but nothing too heavy kind of through the afternoon. So we might be battling this the rest of the way. They'll run it into the left side of the offensive line. And I believe that's Harkless. And we haven't seen Romeo Felton in a while. I don't know if anything happened with him, but getting up the field as Felton is going to be brought down inside of the 10-yard line. Let's see where they officially mark this. They'll give him the 9. 3rd down and 6. Argos want to get the football back. You can kind of feel it. Their momentum's all on their side right now. McKee back to pass. Chased by John McMullen. He's going to get out across the 10. Did he get close to the first down yardage? One of the offensive linemen kind of pointing that way, like, give him the first down. We'll see what the official mark is. But good job by McMullen of just blowing past an offensive lineman. I believe Juice Williams is being held over there, but they missed that one. And they'll see that the mark is going to be short of the first down yardage. It's going to be out to the 13. He needs to get, obviously, to the 15, so it's 4th and 2. And that's going to be punting time for Coach Paul Johnson. This deep in your own end. We've got some friends with us here now. They all kind of come and hide out on the overhang.
That's right. Get your earpieces on. You can listen.
Another Talbot punt comes out low and wet football. I don't know if Virgil could get back on it. He did not. It's going to be Chowan football. And that's one of those. That ball is going to be wet, a little bit slick with the rain, and that's the second muff punt of the season for Virgil. It went right through his hands, literally. Like he just kind of moved to his left and just never even got his hands to the football, Coach.
Yeah, that's really, when it first starts raining out and the football first starts getting wet, that's really when it is almost its most slick, as opposed to when it's totally soaked. It's almost different than when it first starts getting wet there. A lot, that's when, on those punts and stuff, that's an opportunity to muff it.
So I believe this does just become another offensive possession, technically speaking, for Chowan. They'll be at their own 48. So they picked up, 40 yards or so, 35 yards of field position right there.
Big offensive play there for the Chowan.
It's not their biggest because they did have a 75-yard touchdown back in the first quarter, which almost seems like yesterday at this point.
It does.
McKee brings them back out. 4 receivers, but they'll run. Or it's kept by McKee. And he fumbles at the end of this play, and he gets it back. Gael Laurent got to him after he picked up about 7 or 8 yards, and then the ball came popping out. But they're going to get into Argo territory. And it was nice pursuit up the field. I think Colin Shaw and G got in there and knocked that ball out as McKee falls back on it. It'll be 2nd and 3. Ball just shy of the Argo 45. McKee brings him back out. Got a tight end offset off the line. You got all kinds of stuff. They'll hand to Felton. Felton is not going anywhere. Byron Puryear, pursuit from the back, puts him on the ground at the original line of scrimmage. He gets nothing and likes it, as they say.
Yeah.
So that'll bring up a 3rd and 3. How was your birthday party, by the way, earlier? You had a 7-year-old birthday party?
It was, yeah. You know, we were playing some tackle football out there, and it was a good time. You know, the dads were tossing the ball around a little bit, trying to avoid the kids. That was where my analogy of kids getting, hanging on dad's legs there. That was.
Were you coaching some of the dads up a little bit?
No. I was trying to coach my own son up on some throwing form, but
It's always easier said than done.
Yeah.
McKee back to pass on a 3rd down, fires it over the head of his receiver, who was somewhat in the vicinity, but it was really the Argos who had the best shot at it. He was looking for Noah Toster over there. That slick football is what this looks like on a replay. Just came out of his hand, wacky.
Yep.
And it's an incompletion, so the Argos may be forcing another punt, or we'll see if Coach Johnson with 4th and 3 at the Argo 45. Why not? Why not go for it, right?
Yeah, you got
really not much to lose right here. Down 24-6 with 4:34 left.
Yeah, haven't been punting great. You're in positive territory. It's not the worst field position if you don't get it. Or, 4th and 4, you're just trying to hard count it.
McKee,
get somebody to jump
as the play clock winds down, they're not going to – they call timeout. I believe they may have called the timeout. No flags are thrown. So we'll see. We'll see what they decide to call here and what they decide to do. Again, we've got some light rain.
Yeah.
Coming down. It's not heavy. It's more of a misty kind of thing happening here.
Yeah. We don't have anybody looking soaked out there yet.
But we see some umbrellas and some folks that have come to hide with us. We will have Michael Rich Jr., the backup quarterback. We sat down with Mike, transferred from Murray State in here before last season, the 2nd year with the Argos, and really fun to sit down with Mike. He's a student in communications, so I've had the chance to have him in class, but also learn a little bit more about him. He's a multi-sport athlete coming out of high school, and maybe football may not even be his best sport, and you'll be surprised at what sport that is for our viewing and listening audience. So good chance to sit with him at halftime, and we'll have some replays for you and break down the first half of action here. 24-6 our score with 4:34 left in this quarter as the Argos are on top and potentially maybe getting the football back here. We'll see. 4th down. We'll see what Coach Johnson decides to do after trying to get the Argos to jump. Again, 4th and 3, you could get, penalty. It gives you the 1st down. They may have to get it the old-fashioned way right here. Got to be tough. You feel for these Chowan players, being 0-9, and, the season they've had. And, again, though, it hasn't been a season where they've just been getting housed every game. They've been in some games.
Yeah.
Feel like you maybe have a win or two for this team, but they've got talent. There's no doubt about that. We'll see what they can come up with here on a 4th and 3. Near midfield, puts the running back in motion. It's Felton. Looks that way and then has John McMullen at his ankles, and they're going to get another sack for Big John. Number 5 picks up number 11 on the season. Ridiculous numbers for John McMullen. Coach, that is the 11th sack. Tackles for loss are through the roof. I mean, this kid is Coach Nobles has said to me he thinks John McMullen, is the best defensive player in D2 college football.
Yeah, he's put up some great numbers. He's got to be flirting with the sack record.
I think it's 14.
Okay.
Yeah, going back several years, and so he's getting near. Yeah. And he may have an opportunity to break that if he's at 11 now. So officially into Chowan territory, they're going to lose 7 yards. It's at the 48, and it's over on downs. Sack for John McMullen, the Argos, will come back out with the offense and get an opportunity with 4:30 left here in the half to try to put some more points on the board. This drive for Chowan started at the 48 after the muff punt, and it ends at the 48 after the sack.
Just killed a little time, and Argos finally back on offense.
So they'll get out there and muff punt, no harm, no foul type thing. And they'll go 3 receivers near side of the field. Ball's on the far hash. Where is John Giles? He's up top by himself. Single back is Jalen Bussey off the right shoulder of Pee Wee Jarrett. Takes the snap, pulls it, looking for Giles. There's your record. Inside the Chowan 40, near the first down. He's going to get 8 or 9, and that is the new receiving record. Giles was at 40 for the game, needed 43. He passes Quentin Randolph for a mark that's a good mark to have if you're John Giles, if you're any receiver, because Quentin Randolph is special. And you were asking about Dave Durden. I mean, Dave had over 1,000 yards, but not this many.
Yeah.
And there it is. So John Giles, as they're announcing it here in the stadium, gets it done in the first half. Wasn't on a big touchdown pass, but Giles can do a lot of different things for you. Gain of 9 at 2nd and 1. They'll run it. Bussey, big hole, right side. 35-30, knocked out of bounds. Jalen Bussey's got that burst, Coach.
Yeah, he does. Anas Hosick, a 2016 receiver, another guy who had a bunch of yards. Coach Nobles threw a bunch of yards to him.
With that cannon arm.
Yeah, that's right.
Good first down. A cool graphics first down right there. Inside the 30, ball will be at the 28-yard line. So a nice gain of 11 for Jalen. The Argos are threatening again. Pee Wee Jarrett looking to add to his special numbers. Pee Wee, by the way, we'll talk about it after this play, takes the snap, hands off. Jalen, a little bit of stutter step, puts his head down, gets in the middle of the line. Pee Wee is the first player in program history to throw for 5,000 and rush for 1,000.
Wow. Yeah.
Which, I mean, not that the program doesn't go back that far.
Yeah.
But that's not bad. It just shows
shows
you the dual threat capabilities that Pee Wee Jarrett has.
Yeah, absolutely. There's not a lot of people in college football doing that.
No, there's no doubt about that. Short gain of 2 on the first down carry. 2nd down and 8 coming your way. Again, misty rain. Get the umbrellas and people that brought cover-ups, and those that didn't are hiding up here. And we got a good football game, 24-6. 2.5 minutes roughly left here in the first half. They'll go back to C.J. Wilson, who's in the game, finds a hole in the left side of the line. Nice job of just patiently waiting. We talked with C.J. last week as he'll get a first down. Talked with him about, what's it like as a running back. And you have to have patience. It's not all just take the ball and run. He does a great job of letting the offensive line work on this play in front of him and then finds that seam.
That's right. Yep. You gotta let that stuff develop and have timing and be able to hit it at the right time. And for sure.
Gain of 8 to the 18. It's first down there. The Argos are in the red zone again. Last time they got there, they scored, but when they backed out of the red zone to kick a field goal. They've got a man open in the end zone, hangs it up there. John Giles this time makes the catch. It's a touchdown. Argos.
Little double move out of John Giles there, a little post corner route. Wide open there. Did a great job getting separation.
Yeah, this one, Pee Wee just kind of put it in the air, he faked him out, and he was behind the defenders. He just had to wait on the football. Great throw, great catch. John Giles, touchdown number 16 on the season.
A little cherry on top with the
record too.
There.
So Giles, that'll put him, he'll be closing in on 100 for the game. So we'll update those stats, but another touchdown for him. That's another big play. Pee Wee Jarrett now with 3 touchdowns in the game.
No, go for it.
And the extra point is up, and it is through. It's a little squirrely, but Griff Sarah's feeling it. The leg looks strong after knocking home that 41-yarder. Everything going well for the Argos right now. That'll be 31-6 with 1:44 still left here in the quarter. Let's see where we are receiving-wise. John Giles, I just hadn't updated it, with the 18-yard touchdown. John Giles has got the WWE Championship belt, WWE Championship belt down there, and he's got a record, and he's signing autographs and all that kind of stuff on the sideline. Big time right there.
That is. Congratulations to him. Great accomplishment.
Giles now 6 catches, 67 yards and a touchdown. Leggett with 2 catches for 62 yards and 2 touchdowns. Pee Wee, 10 of 14, 145, 3 touchdowns in the first half. Got a feeling, Coach, that we're probably going to see some Mike Rich in half number 2. So we'll have him at halftime, and then he'll probably come out and get a chance to play. And this is really, outside of that 75-yard touchdown they gave up, the best-case scenario for Coach Nobles and company.
Yeah, absolutely.
Make sure the mic's still working down there. It is, as I turned it up. This one booted deep. Fair caught this time. Slippery little football right there. Let's see. That last drive for the Argos, 5 plays, 48 yards, and it's capped by the 18-yard touchdown from Pee Wee Jarrett to John Giles. Giles really, the transfer portal, you bring in guys in, you know about them, you can see some stats, and you watch them on film, and you kind of think you've got something. And they told me when John Giles came in, this guy's going to be special, and then you really don't see it in the stats from Virginia Union where he played before, but they ran the ball more. And I'll tell you what, this coaching staff wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
This young man is now, I believe that gets him to 1,200 yards on the season, 16 touchdowns in the regular season.
He's got to be leading. He's got to be one of the top in the country with receiving yards, I would imagine.
Oh, he's been all year long in that mix. Chowan will run it on first down here. If Chowan would like to do us a favor and just kind of run the football.
That's right.
Every play for the rest of the way, we would not be disappointed in that at all. Kate's going to grab Coach as we come to the end of the half as they look deep, and they missed that one. And that, as I was just saying, run the football, and they throw deep, and the clock stops with 1:15. And now you're looking at 3rd and 4. And if you don't pick it up, Argos may get the football back.
That's right.
Not doing yourself a whole lot of favors right here.
No.
Key insurance 3rd down right here for the defense.
Yeah, that's going to be probably enough time, too much time, if the Argos get the ball back.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I mean, especially.
It doesn't take long for this group to score.
They don't pick up much more in the way of yards. Back to pass. Here comes pressure. Nice read by McKee, but his receiver didn't turn his head back and look for the football. And so, unfortunately, it's going to be an incompletion. And worst case scenario there is looking for Ariel Hills. Hills never looked back, hit him in the shoulder, and it stops the clock with 1:11, and you're punting the football. And so the Argos get this back with a minute left. And again, you're not trying to embarrass the opponent or anything of that nature, but you want to work on this, right, Coach?
Yeah,
you want to work on your 1 minute offense.
Yeah, first half you want to try to pour it on. It doesn't matter who you're playing. You want to try to score as much as you can in the first half for sure, and then second half you can kind of figure out if you want to win and if you want to call the dogs off here. But
Tolbert, another weird-looking kick. Virgil Emmons does not field this one. It'll be down about the 35, so 1:02 left, and the Argos get the football back at the 35 with 1:02, and we'll see what Jarrett and company come out and look to do, which I'm with Coach. I think what they're going to look to do is score.
Yeah, we'll find out pretty quickly here if they're going to try to put some points on the board or if they're just going to try to run it and get out of the half here. So
this is the beauty of Florida, Coach, by the way, just to kind of drift a little different direction for a second. It looks like it should be 30 degrees.
Yeah.
And it's, it's a little, it's a little chilly, a little breezy, but I don't know what the temperature is, but it is not 30 degrees.
Yeah.
Welcome to Florida.
People in the north would be dying to be in this this warmth.
It's an overcast day.
Like, do you think this is cold?
Back to pass on first down and looking way down the field. Jarrett unleashes when he's got a man. It's Caden Leggett. It's a touchdown. The Argos add on. Leggett with his 3rd of the day. Jarrett to Leggett. They are on fire.
I think it took, did it take 10 seconds to score?
It took 10 seconds. That was a 10-second play.
Should have ran the ball.
It is a 65-yard touchdown strike. Jarrett goes over 200 yards in the half. Leggett's now well over 100, and he's got 3 touchdowns, and he just ran away from the DB. What a throw from Pee Wee, by the way.
Great throw, great catch. Reminds me of a quote from our former defense coordinator, Darian Doolin. You don't have to lose by 50 if you don't want to. Run the ball.
Run the ball. PAT is up and over the scissor lift down there. And the Argos, they needed 10 seconds. And it is this may be the first game that I've ever done, and I've done a lot of football games. We've got 3 one-play touchdown drives.
Man.
In this game. One of them was a 4-yarder. One was a 75-yarder. Now we got a 65-yard touchdown strike. Is Leggett showing you why. The former Texas Tech Red Raider, via junior college to us. Man, the kid's having a heck of a day.
He is. He's
with his family. His brother's here. His mom's here. Big-time stuff.
Great day on senior day for him. I think that's twice now that Pee-wee's been looking down hard at Giles to his left and then comes back and it's pulled that safety super hard to that one-on-one coverage and thrown it, gotten his one-on-one matchup. Thank you. To
our friend Lori Milcaris from the Veterans Center here on campus, bringing us some beautiful American flag pins, celebrating Veterans Day.
Love it.
Argos 38-6 after that touchdown, and heading into the half here. You're like, okay, kick it off, and if they want to keep throwing it, we might get the ball back one more time.
Yeah, right.
Pee Wee Jarrett, heck of a day for that young man. He's been telling me he's feeling better body-wise, but he's probably going to have some stuff done with his shoulder after the season. He's got some stuff going on in there, but couldn't tell it on that throw, right? Man, the guy's got a gun for an arm.
He really does. He's got incredible arm strength. I mean, that thing can just sail so far, so long, and it's fun to see Coach Nobles, take advantage of that. They're not taking as many shots down the field as years past, but when they do, it's been paying off.
Not the Pete Chinnick bombs away era of UWF football.
Yeah, if you just throw it deep enough time,
enough
talented people, eventually you're going to score a touchdown. 3 for 10 for 3 touchdowns, 250 yards.
We literally had those last year where it was like, it's just 3 bombs and we're punting the football. Oh, fumble. The Argos almost got the football back deep in Chowan territory as there was, I think, on the exchange, or I couldn't tell if it was when he pulled it or what happened, but obviously that football may be a little wet, but you couldn't tell on the Jarrett throw. Yeah, he tried to pull it out of the running back's stomach, and ball ended up on the ground, and Rashad McKee's lucky to get back on it.
Yeah.
Lose a yard there, and maybe just let the clock go here.
Going to have time for one
more play.
2 more.
He'll hand it to Harkless, a little stretch to the left. He'll go out of bounds with 16 seconds or so left, so pick up some yards.
Yeah, they're going to get him for a late hit there.
Oh, the Argos. Out of bounds right there. Couldn't see who that is over there.
I think that was Brandon Cross, I want to say.
Yeah, B. Cross, number 2. And we'll see what the call is coming in here. So, it's still coming down a little, but certainly just doesn't. I don't know that it is Brandon Cross. Late hit out of bounds. I don't know that the rain's really impacting the game a whole lot. Look at Devin Gibson with a freshly shaven head walking in front of his former Argo center, national champion as well. Walking through. Got the boat shoes on.
Oh, yeah. He's used to the rain.
Yeah, he probably out hunting ducks and this kind of stuff all the
time. He probably did.
Right?
He probably was shooting birds this morning. Came out to the Argo game this afternoon.
That'll put it out to the 44. That's a big penalty right there. They'll go back to throw, and it's another sack, and it is John McMullen, number 12 on the season. Big Johnny Mack getting to him. If they let him play in the second half, he might get the record
Johnny
today.
Mack might be. Yeah, he might. He just may.
He might get to the record. That'll take us to the half as the Argos are going to take a 38-6 lead, and Kate Thomas is down there. She's going to grab Coach and bring him over, and we'll get an interview with Coach here in a second, but I'm just making sure that we'll keep you here while we're going. But, Coach, what a dominant performance from this Argo team to take it to the locker room as we'll wait for Coach here. Defense is doing it. Offense is doing it. John McMullen sacking the quarterback left and right. And we've got Coach Nobles trying to make his way this way, and she's looking This is always the fun part as a sideline reporter. You're like, let me find him. Where is he in the sea of blue? And we'll get him over here and bring him here. But 38-6 is our score. Pee Wee Jarrett, 210 yards, 4 touchdowns on the game. You've got Jamontez Woods with 56 yards and a touchdown, 3 touchdown catches for Caden Leggett. John Giles is getting it done. And then, let's see, I see Kate's bringing Coach over. We'll get him over here in a second. One of the officials trying to cut in on the interview, too, always the way it works.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's get Coach and Kate down there. If we can get the camera down there that can pull them up from the end zone there. And if Kate, when you're ready, just go ahead and jump in with Coach there.
Yeah, thanks, Will. Well, Coach Nobles, incredible half on both sides for your team. You've got to be proud. So many big plays, and also by a lot of seniors on senior day today. On offense, Giles, he gets the single season record. You're just clicking. Tell me what you think so far. What are you proud of your offense? Is there anything that you need to work on?
No, I'm proud of their execution and them doing their job and doing exactly what we talked about playing. Now we got to play for a full 60 minutes. I'm proud of those guys, but the game's not over. We got to keep doing our job the whole full 60.
Absolutely, and then you look on defense, you've got guys like John McMullen, guys like Walker Robinson. What do you have to continue to do over there as well?
Yeah, just keep being relentless, getting after the quarterback. We know that we might have a chance to do that this week. Just keep doing their job and focusing, keeping the football in front of us and not giving up any stupid plays.
Coach, thank you for your time and good luck.
Thank you. Go Argos.
Will?
Thank you, Kate. We appreciate it. That'll take us to the half. 38-6 is our score. We will take a break. We'll take a 3-minute break. We'll come back, look at the first half stats a little bit, and then we've got Michael Rich as a halftime feature as well. Argos on top. 38-6 is the score at half here on the UWF Sports Network.
Proud to welcome more than 70 high school students onto Pin Air Field for an exciting performance. Listed on the jumbo
We're back here at Penn Air Field in Pensacola, Florida. Will Kennedy coach Kyle Shoemaker with you. It's halftime of this one. 38-6 is our score. And the Argos have been rolling along. Slide in here with us, man. DJ Artis.
That's right.
We just want to say we see Devin Gibson out here. DJ's been playing over Finland. Yeah, playing some football in Finland, and good to see. Man, it's great to have the old guys come back through.
Yeah.
Heck of a first half. He's a former comm student as well, so we're going to get him on TV.
Oh, yeah.
He's a good-looking kid, right?
Oh, man,
You coached him a little bit, right? 38-6 is our score. Argos are dominating as I'm trying to look at the stats here. 210 passing yards, total offense. I mean, really, it's kind of what we expected, Coach. You didn't think it would, be maybe this bad, but, we're this good.
That's what you hope for. They've been doing a good job of taking care of business. So,
yeah. Turnovers, sacks, a little bit of everything. We'll take a break. When we come back, Mike Rich, we're going to sit down and talk to the backup quarterback, and we'll probably see him a little bit in the second half as well. Then we'll come back after that. We'll have some highlights for you from the first half of this one. Argos on top big, 38-6 our score on the UWF Sports Network. What now? This is the – two. Yeah.
Interviews, got it.
When you take off, do you leave tomorrow?
I'm here until the 21st.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm here for a while.
All right.
Here for a while.
And have you go to the house for dinner?
You going to come up through?
Sure. Yeah. I'll come. Whatever you guys want to do, I'll come.
Let me get a picture of you. I'm going to send.
Oh, yeah.
Here, we'll get a little
Hey, let's do
selfie of myself.
Let's get a picture of y'all.
I'll take one.
Oh, man, yeah. Just like the kids.
The kid's messing. He's playing with his children. That's like a dad. You're a true dad.
I can get a picture of all three of y'all if you want.
Hey, what we'll do is, like when Durden came back, sometime during the week, come up and we'll sit down in the locker room and do an interview with you. Talk about what you're doing and everything. We can start it out west. Yeah. Oh, you know what? This one. Phil, you come here.
Oh, yeah, with the field.
Oh,
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks, Doug.
Chandler hasn't changed a bit.
No,
I'm grabbing like a Powerade. Do you want anything?
if there's a Powerade, that'd be great.
Come see the 2023 Get Movie Barbie. Come along for the ride as the Argo Marching Band and the Argo Band Day students perform Dua Lipa's Dance the Night.
Well, your pack's a minute 10. Your highlights is minute 10, and then I've got stats gonna be right after that. Okay. So highlights first, stats right after. How many breaks do we have in set? We are currently in. There's not another one, is there? No. We're currently here. Oh, so that's not so. We're doing a break, and they do the recorded section, and then they do. So this is highlights, and then we got like.
recognize our UWF cheer and band seniors. Our first senior cheerleader is Addison Black. Addison is from Orlando, Florida, and an English major. Tonight, Addison is escorted by her mother, Candace Gilbert, and her father, Paul Black. Addison has cheered for the program for 3 years and was a member of the NCAA national competition team last year. After graduation, she hopes to become an English teacher and cheerleading coach. UWF has been one of Addison's greatest experiences, and she's so happy she got to spend her time here. Also, our next senior cheerleader is Emma Lane. Emma is from Navarre, Florida. She is an exercise science major. Tonight, Emma is escorted by her mother, Dory Lane, and her father, Jay Lane. Emma is a 4-year returner in the cheerleading program.
Would you mind standing there just for a minute? I lost focus when it turned me on.
NCAA national champion and a Dean's List student. After graduation, Emma plans to use her degree to work in cardiac rehabilitation as an exercise physiologist before attending physician's assistant school, specializing in cardiology.
All right, cool. Thanks, bud.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Also, Devin Yarborough from Milton, Florida, a major in criminal justice with military background. 4 years of active duty in the Air Force and continues to serve in the Air Force Reserves. After graduation, Devin plans to attend law school. Devin Yarborough. Our band senior, Lindsay Bluegrass. She's a senior music education major from Defuniak Springs, Florida. She has been a member of the Argo Marching Band for the past 2 years and is currently serving on the band's student leadership team as color guard captain. And thank you to all of our band and cheer seniors for all of your support of UWF and Argo Athletics during your time at the University of West Florida. Thank you. Now please draw your attention to the center of the field where our very own University of West Florida Army
I gotta charge that.
Argonaut Battalion will present 2 scholarship checks. The Professor of Military Science, Lieutenant Colonel Victor Sumnick, is honored to present 2 University of West Florida scholar leaders with 2 scholarships totaling $34,800 each. The recipients are Cadet Marion Gilbert, a junior majoring in communications and the president of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity, and Cadet Joseph Prozaka, a junior majoring in criminal justice and current soldier in the Alabama Army National Guard. By accepting these scholarships, the cadets before you are committing this Veterans Day to commission as second lieutenants in the United States Army, Army Reserve, or Army National
Yeah, we got
Guard.
just under 2 right
They
now.
are the future leaders of our nation's military forces. Please give these great Americans a big round of applause for this significant achievement and for their future service in the Army.
Hey, you got to be a
Exactly.
multi-time.
Hey, thank God I took 2.
Congratulations.
Civil
And
engineering.
Vance, let's give them another big hand. All right, Vance, it's time for the Whataburger Scramble.
Oh, I got. Then we had body armor. I got mango and fruit punch, whichever you want.
I do whichever one you don't. I don't really care.
I'll take correct. He gets a honey butter chicken from Whataburger. Bringing up the fries on the screen. Watch it closely.
They're gone, yeah.
Where are the fries going to land? 1, 2, or 3?
We're gonna check the focus and.
Here we go. Shuffle them up. You got it? What's the number?
Will Kennedy and Coach Kyle Shoemaker back with you. 38-6 our score at the half. We've got some highlights to look at here from the first half of this one, in which the Argos put up 38 points. So there was a lot of great stuff to get into. Roll that beautiful bean footage if we got it back in there. Here we go. Right off the bat, the Argos get things going in the first quarter, and it was Pee Wee Jarrett to Caden Leggett. We'd say that a couple times, Coach.
Yeah. we will.
That one was good from 24 yards out. It was 7-0. Defense was, looking great early, but then, it comes up with a nice interception here. It's Amari Mitchell off the tip of the ball from Virgil Lemons, and Mitchell with a great return all the way down to the 4-yard line and would set up a short touchdown burst. Jamontez Woods taking it in from 4 yards out. It's 14-0. We still got about 9 minutes left in the half, and then you got an opportunity, to maybe put this game to bed. But we gave up a touchdown. It was 14-6, but then Caden Leggett again. 38 yards out to start the second quarter. How about Griff Sarah? 41 yards. That thing.
Monster field goal.
Monster field goal. The leg is strong. 24-6. This time it's,
double move.
It's that guy.
Giles,
it's John Giles in the back of the end zone with a touchdown. Look at the nice little hip and shoulder turn, and Giles just makes the catch. 16th touchdown of the season. He breaks Quentin Randolph's record, and then before the half, man, Caden Leggett gets loose. This one is money in the banks. 65 yards, and the Argos have that 38-6 cushion right here, and ready to bring it back out in the second half. We don't know for sure. Will we see a little more Pee Wee Jarrett? Will we see a little more John Giles, or is it time for Mike Rich? Is it time for some of these other guys to get an opportunity? What would you do, Coach?
Man, I don't know. I was just looking down here. Every catch that Leggett has is a touchdown today. That's unbelievable.
We love that. We'll take another quick break, come back and have the second half for you. We'll get into some stats and get you rolling with some more football right here on the UWF Sports Network. Welcome back in here, ready for the second half of this one. 38-6 is our score. If you're on the TV side, you're seeing Coach Caleb Nobles out there. Ty Williams, she's got a towel on her head down there. Great equipment manager. Here's the stats from half number one. Nice job by the defense. 23 yards rushing for Chowan, 88, but 75 of those in the passing yards were one play.
Yeah.
And really, the sacks are there. The turnover is there. Now let's look at the Argos offense. 322 yards.
Yeah.
They're doing it with the running game. They're doing it with the passing game. Obviously, Pee Wee Jarrett, 4 touchdown passes, 3 of them to Caden Leggett. What a great first half. I don't like the bottom number, 5 penalties for 50 because you're on pace for 100, but let's see if we can clean that up in half number 2. That's about as solid a first half other than that play that they gave up the touchdown and the muff punt. Everything else working well.
Yeah, absolutely. Outside of 1 or 2 plays on both sides, absolutely. It's been all Argos.
As a coach, you're always searching for perfection. It was funny because, I don't know if it's the rain or whatever, Caleb in the interview with Kate before the half, it's kind of like, you look real happy. Yeah. And I'm like, come on, coach, you're up 38-6. But you're always thinking about if this and that, right?
You're thinking about all
play
the
here,
the
play there.
And, you want perfection as a coach. And
good to see, by the way, in that first half, and those were the overall stats. Again, Jamontez Woods, 6 carries for 56 yards. He's averaging 9 yards a carry with a touchdown in there. He's running effectively. Jalen Bussey's averaging 6 yards a carry. C.J. Wilson, 4 carries for 22, 5.5. I mean, the offense, the running game looking good again. This kick is taken deep, and it'll be a touchback. Fair catch by Harkless there. So Chowan comes back out, started at the 25-yard line. Obviously, we want them to run the football. We're selfish that way, just to run the clock a little bit. Opportunity here, though, to maybe get some other guys in the game, although it looks like mainly, you get Eric Falau out there. You got some different defenders, Kenny Martin and others out there, a mixture. The thing is, though, Coach, I was talking with some of the coaching staff. They've already had a couple guys that have played their number of games, and if you're going to redshirt them, they can't get into this game.
Yeah.
So it may be a little interesting to see who is in the rotations here into the second half of a 38-6 game.
Yeah, depth-wise, we've got some depth issues at some places, too, because of injuries. So you just may not be able to roll guys as much as you want.
They'll do us a favor on first down and run the football to Romeo Felton. Great job flying up. Quincy Milholm is just a heck of a football player. He's been, he's had the turnovers, the interceptions. I mean, the kid comes up from his safety position. He's not a big guy at safety, but look at this tackle where he just comes flying to the football and gets physical right there at the end along with Walker Robinson.
Yeah, great physical play, good read, quick reaction. That's what you love to see out of a safety.
Gain of 2, 3rd and 8. They'll pass on second down, 2nd and 8. Got Jock McMullen on his back. Throws towards the middle of the field. I think that's an incompletion. Hard to be running for your life to your right and try to turn back to your left and find a receiver.
Yeah.
And could not connect with Noah Toster there.
Not a lot of guys that can do that well.
Maybe Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
And the list is not much longer than that.
No, that's why they pay him the big bucks.
Maybe Aaron Rodgers. I'm not quite sure with the Achilles thing now. Although apparently he's on a miracle comeback program. 3rd down and 8, and this is not where the quarterback, Rashad McKee, probably wants to be, considering how many times he got put on the ground for sacks in the first half. And I'm sure the Argos, and there is John McMullen digging in there. Gael Laurent walks up to the line of scrimmage. He's coming too, and then he backs out. Here comes pressure. They're going to get him. Maybe. He gets away, but then goes down. I believe that was – I don't know who's going to get the sack there.
Yeah, I don't know who you credit on that one. There was a bunch
I'll
of
give it to John
jerseys.
McMullen.
Yeah.
As he closes in.
I'll take it.
Good play right there. I hadn't even looked at the defensive stats for this game yet, but John McMullen has 2 sacks in the game already. Quincy Milholm, as we talked about, has a couple pass breakups. Amari Mitchell with the interception right there. Leading tackler for the Argos is G so far in this game, and for the season as well.
Rain kind of seems like it's stopped here. So.
Yeah. Ooh. Punt gets bumped into, and that's going to bring a flag, and is it going to be running into the kicker? If it's running into the kicker, it's not even remotely going to be enough because it was 4th and 13.
Yeah, it was not the leg. It was looked like number 9, Braylon Anderson there got in there.
It looks like we're waiting to see what the call is, and so it's a different punters come in all shapes and sizes.
They really do.
This guy looks like it could be a defensive lineman.
Got that Sebastian Janikowski.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that going. It's running into the kicker. So they're going to kick it again. And this, you know what happens when you do this sometimes? It gets blocked and returned for a touchdown.
Yeah.
It's a little bit risky unless you really didn't like that punt.
Braylon Anderson, he had some pretty good penetration between the two, what they call shield guys there on the second level. Obviously, he ran into the punter, but he got through there.
4th and 8 now. And then flags fly here, and I think this one is going to be on Chowan. So they're going to end up punting it from where they punted it from the previous time. Why are we doing this?
Yeah,
hopefully, mercy.
Hopefully this punt goes farther than the initial punt, but
yeah,
we'll see. Looks like the Argos on the last one decided to just give a hold-up look on that last one. So trying to get a return here, but
I would imagine same thing here, right? You try to get a good return and get decent field position.
It's been so hard to kind of predict where.
Or you just come and try to get it.
Yeah.
Good kick here. He actually gets but then it takes that 8-iron hop backwards.
There's another flag out there.
And there's another flag. So the officials who don't appreciate that Coach and I might have other things to do with our time, including, speaking of, women's basketball, we're hosting a crossover tournament, so they've got a game at 5:30 with Eckerd, nationally ranked Eckerd up in the field house. So the hardest working crew in sports. The names are many. They got to run up there and get a basketball game on right after this. So we've got a lot happening, and so no more flags. Let's make this work.
Yeah.
Men's and women's basketball last night both opened their seasons. Both, unfortunately, took losses. They'll be both looking to bounce back today. The men are in a crossover tournament with the SIAC up in Atlanta, so they'll play this evening as well. Men's soccer, they play for the Gulf South Conference Championship tomorrow. Beat Lee last night 2-0 to advance to the championship. The women got knocked out in the quarterfinals, but they'll find out, as the men will tomorrow. And it's a holding call on the Argos. Into the kick. So it's not – the Argos just get a little worse field position. It's not going to give Chowan any more offense. But both men's and women's soccer looking like they'll get into the NCAA regionals. We'll find out about that in the next couple of days. And then the men's football selection show comes our way tomorrow. Have an opportunity to find out where we're playing, where that's going next. So looking forward to that.
First down, Argos at the 36. What's the name of the long snapper?
Don Vellante Jr. Yeah. I just got to ask what the name of the long snapper is. So that must be senior.
He's called it.
I've called
already.
it twice already. Yeah. We interact with our fans right here in the booth. Here we go. Argos will start at their own 36 for this drive. Run it on first down. Hand it off to Jamontez Woods, right side, puts the head down, picks up some really nice yardage. I think Jamontez is kind of growing into the power back that you kind of need in the playoffs.
Absolutely, yeah. He's getting stronger as the game goes on.
As the season goes on. And this is where having that two-headed monster, three-headed monster now with Jalen Bussey really helps you. If you do get somebody banged up like C.J. Wilson was, that you're able to come back and have somebody like Jamontez to jump right in there, and he's ready to go, fresh, hadn't had a ton of carries.
Yeah, you got to have – you can't just have one to go far. You got to have 2 or 3 good backs.
Gain of 3 out to the 49. 2nd and 7 now as the Argos' first possession of the second half. Up 38-6 early in the second half of this one. Jarrett back to pass. Slides forward in the pocket as Jacob Bruce pushes the pressure around. He throws it and throws that one away. Was looking for Zach Offord up the sideline. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Jarrett's pass is incomplete. It'll be 3rd down.
3rd down at 7 coming. The Argos have had big plays. They've done it the old-fashioned way. It just kind of depends on what Caleb Nobles wants to call here. They might take a shot on 3rd and 7. You're out near midfield, right?
Just may.
Again,
they've been so consistent with, picking up a first down with a guy like Leggett or Giles that just Hit him with a little curl route there.
Got a feeling if they score here, that may be it for Pee Wee. But we shall see. Throws it, 3rd and 7. Fires it up the field. Had a man there, but kind of threw it a little wide of Giles. John had to dive to try to make the catch, but instead it goes for an incompletion. So that'll be 4th and 7 at midfield. They'll probably punt the football. Snap was a little low, but, boy, Pee Wee hummed that thing. Giles went full extension. I think if he just puts it a little lower, John's got the catch, and it's a first down.
Yep. Yeah, just a little off there. Giles had 2 hands on it, but wasn't able to quite come down with it there.
This is not what Coach Nobles wants to be doing, which is running Logan Gregory out there for his second punt of the game. But, punters need to get some work into.
That's right. That's right.
Obviously looking to pin Demetrius Moore deep back in his own end here. So this will be one, if you're Logan Gregory, you're trying to get him inside the 10 or so. Great kick, takes a bounce, but goes into the end zone. Man, he had the distance just right, just didn't get that backspin on it. That'll bring us to a break. 12:04 left here in the third quarter. 38-6 our score. Argos on top on the UWF Sports Network.
Groundbreaking orthopedic care is more than top-rated quality scores, more than leading-edge treatment options, more than world-class care close to home. It's all that and more. Andrews Institute. Groundbreaking care.
I need to try it first.
The Daily Medium Sub Special is back for a limited time only from Firehouse Subs. From Meatball Monday to Italian Sunday, a delicious deal for every day of the week, always handcrafted and piled high with hearty meats and cheeses, then served on a warm toasted sub roll. Order on firehousesubs.com or on the app to have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. And a portion of every purchase helps provide much-needed life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs, save more lives.
Can health insurance help cure loneliness? Can it take care of your best friend too? Or hold your hand for 9 months? Can it be there for you at 3 a.m.? Or inspire you to go the extra mile? We think so, which is why every day we ask ourselves, what else can health insurance do? Come find out.
Hi, my name is Morgan Zettel. I'm the new graduate assistant for athletics development, and I was a Bright Futures scholarship recipient. Honestly, Bright Futures brought me to West Florida, which with academics and sports, it's hard to choose like what the best fit is for you because there's more than one factor going into that. So for me, Bright Futures helped me narrow down like the best fit school for me.
Back with you here in Pensacola, Florida. Will Kennedy, Coach Kyle Shoemaker. 38-6 our score. There's the iconic UWF water tower. And the Argos have got Chowan starting at their own 20. Almost pinned him inside the 10 of the 5, but it bounced into the end zone on the Logan Gregory punt. Rashad McKee brings the offense back out. They'll go 4 receivers, one side of the field, up far side of the field towards their sideline. As Chowan has had tough sledding outside of the one big play, the touchdown pass to Holloway, 75 yards in the first half. They run it with McKee right in the middle of the line. Colin Shaw, Walker Robinson, some others put a quick stop to that.
Yeah, good little good fit right there by Walker Robinson and the gang.
Yeah, getting in there. I mean, just Walker Robinson, I mean, we can't talk enough about what he's done this season, having to jump in when Will Breland got hurt in Game 2 against McKendree. And really, he was going to play. Obviously, he's going to play quite a bit, but not maybe the number of snaps and be relied on the way he has. But he and Guy Laurent have stepped up with not just Will Breland out, but Willie Jordan and Cody Lowe. And here comes Walker Robinson. Boy, gets into the quarterback, forces that to go nowhere. And Walker had a clean look at him, and it's tough to be a quarterback in college football.
Man.
Sometimes.
Yeah. No doubt. Little McKee, a little slow to get up here on this one. He's
I mean,
calling for
it's
the backup
been
to come in here, 10 Joseph Manley.
Dylan Ramirez back with North Greenville. There have been a couple quarterbacks this year that this defense is really kind of by the end of the game. It's been like They either haven't finished or not wanted to finish
the
game. 3rd and 9 here after the incompletion. And backup quarterback steps in on a 3rd and 9, Joseph Manley, and he's going to be asked to have this blue wrecking crew up front coming at him.
Man.
Full speed. Joel Vargas is in there on the line. Juice Williams, John McMullen, Colin Shaw. Got Eric Falau, we mentioned earlier, in there at linebacker as well. So you're starting to see some other guys roll in here a little bit. Here they come. Walker Robinson off one edge. They're going to chase Manley out. He chunks it downfield. He's got a man.
They're going to say that's complete.
They're going to say he caught it. Wow. Good throw over there. Not on my 2-deep chart with the catch. It is number 12, Demetrius Moore, the return man. Sorry, yeah, he has been returning kicks, but that's first time at receiver. Heck of a throw. You come in cold off the bench and throw. We got a good look at the replay here. Let's see.
Heck of a catch, too.
It is a catch. Wow. Oh, I don't know about that one. I think if they looked at the replay, they'd probably overturn it because I think the ball hit the ground. But regardless, and I think, Coach Nobles.
He's going to call a little challenge.
Yeah, I tell you what, camera 3 all over it right there. What a great angle.
Yeah, that was a good angle.
And what a great job by Owen in there with replay and slow-moing that down. My dudes, you may have just caused an incompletion. Yeah. Although, I will say this. I have yet to see one overturned this year.
Yeah.
We've got replay. We do have replay here at the games, but we have yet to see a call overturned this season.
Camera crew trying to jockey for defensive player of the game here, you know.
We may give them
media crew.
Hey, we may get a PBU. We may get a pass breakup for the broadcast crew here.
We'll take it.
We'll see. Yeah, no, heck of a job by Moore getting his arms to the football there, and it's a full extension dive. But it looks like as he goes to the ground here, that ball does slide up his belly. There's no way you can keep your hands all the way under that as you hit the ground. So that really should be. And, I like what the official did there. Go ahead and call it a completion and, use the replay. Let the other coach make a decision and, does he want to throw the challenge flag? The ball will be at the Argo 39, so it ended up being a big play. 40 yards plus on the throw and catch, but in the balance right now. You almost want to root for it
for the new guy that came in.
We'll take a break with the two teams. 10:53, 38-6 our score in the third quarter on the UWF Sports Network. And it looks like they will not overturn it, despite what I felt was clear. And Will Kennedy, Coach Kyle Shoemaker back with you. Yet to have a call overturned in a game that we've done this year. And I thought, clearly on the replay that we saw here, several times. That ball moved from his arms down his stomach as he went to the ground. And I think the crowd, who got to see the replay here too on the jumbo video board, definitely there's an argument to be made.
I guess not enough evidence in the referee's eyes.
Yeah, that's a strange one, to say the least. The rain has kind of died off a little bit here, or maybe a little wet looking, but I don't think it's coming down anymore, which is a good thing.
Stays in.
And whistles come in, and Coach Nobles is probably saying, what were you guys looking at? I don't understand anything.
Challenging the challenge?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here.
That would be awesome. Okay. Just a reset, just a little quick reset of the game clock. So it's a big play. Kind of yards you don't want to give up necessarily, but heck of a throw by Joseph Manley, who would come into the game and stays in the game at quarterback, especially to come in on the first play that you played in the game and put the ball there. So Demetrius Moore gets the catch, and the Argos are coming. They're going to try again down the field, and that one was Quincy Milholm was the closest to it, but they're going to get Eli Williams for some holding, I think, here on Noah Toster, and probably a good call. Looked like he was impeding his progress, as they say.
Yeah, got to be discreet about that.
Eli probably had one last week that didn't get called right before the block punt at Mississippi College that should have been. I was telling some DBs, Coach, you'll appreciate this, like, if you're going to grab, you don't grab up high. You got to hook down low. You got to get a thumb into the bottom of that jersey or something so it looks like you're running with them.
Yeah, you got to grab a little bit, then let it go, then grab, let it go.
These are
an art.
DB secrets from a guy who didn't run that fast. I'm sharing them with the world now. We should write books.
Secrets out now, yeah.
Here's a picture. This is how you do it. No, I was told by an official one time, I'll get you every time if it's up high, but
that is where they're looking.
They go bunch on the far sideline. They'll toss to Romeo Felton. After the penalty, he was at the 24. He's going to get a first down before Walker Robinson and Eric Falau can get to him. But some good running on the right side by 22. And all of a sudden, Chowan's inside the red zone and threatening to put some points on the board, down 38-6.
Yeah, the big play leads to a couple other plays. And
Eli Williams tried to break down and make a tackle. When you're 6'4" and you're a corner, it can be a little tricky to get down there. Ball is at the 14, so gain of 10, another fresh set of downs. They'll pull it and probably wish he hadn't it. He throws it to Moore. I don't know what I'll call that. It was like a granny-style free throw, a Rick Barry NBA free throw from his waist as he had a defender on his back, just got rid of it. And gets back to the original line of scrimmage and no more. This is a strange play.
That was,
He had Colin Shaw on him and just kind of
almost basketball pass
that was
right there.
Really weird. So it goes as a completion and a no gain. Second down at 10. They can get a first down. They got to get to the 4-yard line to do so. Manley looks over the defense, takes the snap. Throws a quick one up the field to Moore. Moore's going to get close to that first down before he's knocked out of bounds. They'll get him just shy of the 5 at the 6. So it'll be a 3rd and 2. Good job of getting the football out quickly on that play.
Yeah, nice quick little out route there. Chowan putting a little bit of a drive together.
Yeah, a little drive going. Thanks
to
advantage
of the pass interference and the big play early on.
The big, and I'm using air quotes here for everybody, catch.
And all of a sudden find themselves on the 6-yard line in scoring position.
In scoring position, play clock winding down here, though. They're kind of trying to get set.
Here's the big
feller
that came in.
And they'll go, and he's going to keep it. He's going to fall forward just by sheer size. He gets to the 5, so they're going to be short. It's going to be 4th and 1 from the 5, and obviously you're going for it here. You're down 38-6. This is where having a guy this size and putting him in the gun doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but this is modern football, right? Again, Desmond Johnson, redshirt sophomore quarterback, goes 6'3", 260. 260, and I'm not quite sure about 260.
I thought he got it on that last one, but evidently not.
I think he went. Yeah, he went down. They're going to challenge it, but this is a tough one here. Because hard to win this challenge. He definitely didn't get the 4. He might have gotten just across the 5, but I don't think he got to the 4-yard line. They're challenging the spot here.
Let's see here.
And again, a lot of times on these plays where your knee goes down and then, you fall forward. So if his knee was down before he fell forward, then it's not, odds are you're not getting. I see Coach Jordan Remsen, the other defensive coach, is down there. You want to hold them out of the end zone here.
Coaching them up, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to give up anything cheap here.
No.
Lucas Mello, defensive line coach, did a great job with that front four there. And, of course, Coach Cavell Connor, the defensive coordinator, in the red hat right in the middle for the TV audience there. It's interesting. It's a red Argo hat, but
yeah, custom
hat, and it's like there's only one red hat. It's supposed to be Jim Hammond, our friend down there who's holding up the TV broadcast side of things. So.
Yeah, the signal caller's got to have an easy way for the guys on the field to find them quickly.
Yeah, I like that when he's sending it in.
Usually those guys try to dress in something a little different.
Something a little different. I like that.
But sometimes you got like 4 guys dressed up in highlighter shirts.
Yeah.
Then they got to disguise it so you don't get your Connor Stallions on, and
So we start talking about calling signs and stuff, and the next thing you know, we're talking about Michigan. And whatever's going on. What's your take on that, real quick, while we wait?
So when I first heard about it, I thought, this is ridiculous. Everybody, you're always trying to figure out what the other team's signs are, but yeah, you're not advanced. You're not going to games and
wearing sunglasses at night,
with the Google glasses,
but also dressed as a Central Michigan coach when you're not on their staff down on the sideline. That's some weird stuff.
Yeah.
Here's the replay, and the big fella for the TV side cuts it back inside and kind of falls backwards. His butt is down. Yeah, I think he got the 5.
Yeah,
I think the ball's at the 5. I think it's a good spot.
Yeah.
By the officiating crew. And again, if they decided now was the first time to overturn a call all year, I wouldn't be surprised. But no, I think they're going to hold it there. So another unsuccessful challenge, and the Argos have a fourth down, a big fourth down play. This is a chance for your defense here, because you never know where you're going to need one of these in the playoffs. A fourth down, and imagine this game is tied up, or they're down 4 points and they got to come up and try to score a touchdown and do something here. So this is a great chance for your defense to kind of dig in and try to come up with the play. John McMullen and company in there across the front digging in. Big fella gets under center. Now they're going to go tush, but he fumbles it. They got nothing. He could not get the snap, and this is why it's hard to get under center when you never do that. And so many teams never even practice it. And they couldn't get the exchange there. Desmond Johnson was in the gun, runs up literally, tries to take the snap under center, and he never got it in his hands. What a great job by our camera crew getting a replay of that right there. They actually probably lost about half a yard. Over on downs, the Argos will be deep in their own end. But what a great job by the defensive front.
Yeah, good. You'd love to say good, solid finish there by that Argo defense, but a little bit of help there by that Chowan.
Is there a penalty? There's a penalty somehow. I did not see a flag, but, of course, I was watching directly at the line of scrimmage. What happened? Well, it's not a penalty because it's still 4th and 1. So it almost – there is. They backed him up 5 yards. Sorry, it's out to the – so it was a false start.
Yeah.
So out to the 10. Now it's 4th and 6. They bring Manley back in at quarterback. Here comes pressure. They're going to get him, and he's just going to throw the football away. Juice Williams, John McMullen, jailbreak in there. Jake Dorn. Not a sack, but as good as a sack because it's over on downs after that play.
The usual suspects on the defensive line there.
No doubt. So result is the same as if he would have fumbled the snap and not gotten it. It's just you picked up 5 yards with the penalty. So Argos go back on offense with, as I look up, and somewhat in dismay that there's 8:25 left in the third quarter. Coach.
Yeah. We're creeping our way through. Lots of challenges, lots of passes.
We've slowed to
guys going out of bounds.
Slowed to a crawl, as
penalties,
they say. So Chowan moved the football, started at their own 20, drove down to the 14, got as close as the 5, and then give it over to the Argos, and they'll start here at their own 10. And this Pee Wee Jarrett's still out there. Mercifully, it's a handoff. And they run out to the 15, pick up some positive yards on first down. And now, Coach, you mentioned it.
3 or 4 yards in a cloud of dust.
But a little bit of chippiness at the end of the play. Jacob Bruce and one of the defenders getting into it. But good push up front. Yeah, running behind Jacob Bruce and company's Jamontez Woods out to the 15-yard line. Yeah, you just don't want to see anybody get ejected on either side or just anything weird happen.
No. These games that start to get lopsided, you don't want to see. You don't want to see the team that's down starting to, get into it, and you don't want to see the team that's up, engage in any of that either.
2nd and 5, they'll run it. Little stretch play to the right. Going to be a first down and then some. 20-25, puts a shoulder into a defender. Jamontez Woods doing the Lord's work here in the second half and staying in bounds.
Looked like Giles on the edge there might have gotten away with a little bit of a block in the back there.
Yeah, we do have, as you mentioned, Kate Thomas down on the sideline. We showed you our guy, DJ Artist, one of your guys, and he was in the booth with us at some point in the second half here. Kate's going to catch up with him and talk to him about playing football overseas in Finland and kind of what's next for Argo legend DJ Artist, former all GSC performer.
Yeah.
Wearing 33, a wrecking ball on the field. Man, that guy can fly down the field on special teams, no doubt about it.
He was fun to watch on kickoff, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, just vicious at times. Pee-wee keeps it here, gets out near the 30. It was a first down from the 27 there. Should bring up a 2nd and 7 or so. Pee-wee tried to put the moves on a defender. Did get the first guy, but not the second. Officially, the ball is spotted at the 29, so gain of 2. 2nd and 8 is the down and distance. I think some of the crowd is thinking better of it at this point. Back to handoff, and it's Jalen Bussey, and Bussey gets through, and Bussey may be gone. Midfield, 30, 20, 10. They dive. Ball comes loose. Did he get it? They're going to say he stepped out of bounds, I think, inside the 5 as he dove for the pylon. He's saying I got in, but Jalen gets up limping. That's not – you don't want to see that at the end of this, but wow, the replay, he just dances through defenders, makes a man miss, just flat out miss, bounces off a tackle, and then he was off to the races.
It looked like that should have been a touchdown.
I think so, too. We're seeing the replay here. They get him. Did he step out of bounds?
I thought he might have fumbled.
No, and he dives.
That ball's out.
The ball came out before the goal line.
And then
we recovered it in the end zone. If they challenge this one, it would be a touchdown. We've been here before, though. The run is going to be to the 4-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like Jacoby Quillen picked it up and was standing there in the end zone.
It's back to the 4-yard line. They're going to bring Daryl Garcia in at running back. They'll hand it off. Garcia dances around, gets into the end zone. Should have been Jalen's touchdown. Daryl will take it, his first of the season. Good for him. Good for the Argos. They capitalize on the big Jalen Bussey run for another UWF touchdown.
Yeah.
Great job by Garcia here. Just stand behind blockers. Good job up front. It's Jacob Bruce just burying a linebacker into the end zone. And Daryl Garcia adds on.
Redshirt junior out of Garfield, New Jersey.
5:31 left, and the Argos are in there again. Another quick play scoring drive. First one of the second half here, and Griff Sarah's on for another PAT attempt. Kick is up. It is good, and the Argos make it 45-6. And what a weird turn of events, as it was Chowan down there about to potentially look like they were going to score a touchdown.
Yeah, big swing there.
And the Argos stop Chowan, and then take it the other way and turn it around quickly.
Yeah.
Cheerleaders getting their work in. Are we doing? Oh yeah, we are doing push-ups, and somebody's going to get tired down there from the ROTC. That's a workout, man.
Yeah, 45. Woo! Yeah, that's.
You may have to get a massage tomorrow.
Yeah. We're still midway through this third quarter.
5:30.
Probably plenty more push-ups to do.
Jalen Bussey, by the way, this is not a bad stat line. 5 carries, 95 yards.
Yeah.
91 net. He's averaging 18.2 a carry. That's pretty healthy.
Long of 67. That's a good. You love to see those long running back runs.
Definitely. Let's see what that last drive. Make sure that I had it right. The drive summary for that one. Argos go 5 plays, 90 yards for the touchdown. Really the big play there, that long Jalen Bussey run, taking it into the end zone. See, Bussey, 67 yards officially on that run, and as Coach pointed out, probably should have been a touchdown, but it would have been Jacoby Quillen's touchdown on the fumble recovery in the end zone.
Yeah, that's right.
So Kate and DJ are going to get set up down here. Let the guys know in the booth. We'll keep showing the game, but we'll let Kate talk with DJ here a little bit when we get an opportunity. If that camera can pick them up after the kickoff, but let's as we'll get the ball in the air here. 45-6 is our score. As the Argos are getting it done with 5:30 here. And so we've got Kate down there, and Kate, just to let Kate know, after the kickoff here, we'll let you jump in with DJ there and kind of start walking through. But again, we may cut away and show some of the plays and as we go through. But Logan Gregory putting the ball on the tee. 45-6 is our score at this point, and we've got some time left here in the quarter. So Logan Gregory getting his work in. We'll see. They try to return this one. It's a nice deep kick. Fair catch is coming. All right, Kate. Kate is down there with DJ Artis on the sideline. Let's check in with those.
Thanks, Will. Well, you're right. I've got DJ Artis right here with me. We had a chance to talk on the sideline earlier, but you were with the team in 2019 for the national championship team, then in 2021 for the conference championship. Now you get to come back and visit. You've been playing in Europe, so I just have to know kind of what's going on with you, and then also how excited and how awesome is it to be back here with your former team?
Okay, I'm currently a free agent. I'm waiting to get my next opportunity in Europe, more than likely. But it's great. It was a great experience. I was blessed to have the opportunity to go over there. And it feels great to be back here and see the guys and, see what, we help build and see what the guys are doing out here. It's a great group of guys. Oh, wow. They're physical. You can see the changes that the coaches have made. It's a great team. And like I said, the environment of being back in Pensacola with everybody is great. I love being here.
Well, we can see just how electric they are right behind us, what's going on. Well, as a defensive guy, I got to ask you about this Argos defense because they have been on fire this season. You get to watch them today. What are your thoughts on how they're doing so far?
Oh, it's a mean group of guys, which is what you always want on the defensive side of the ball. It seems like they're not letting the quarterback have any time at all to throw the ball. Their run defense is stiff. It's just overall, it looks like a really good defense. It looks like the coaches have put a lot of work into this defense. And it looked like the guys have bought into the program, too.
I think they have. They've got a new head coach this year, Caleb Nobles. I know that wasn't your coach, but what have you seen from Nobles, and what do you like about him being the new head coach?
Well, in the 2019 season, he was our offensive coordinator, and I always thought he was a great guy. I love being around him. He really knows how to encourage his guys, make them want to play for him, and I think it's very evident in the product he's putting on the field.
Well, DJ, real quick, favorite memory while you were in Argo?
Favorite memory while I was in Argo? I have to say 2021 versus West Alabama in Alabama. It was a good defensive game. It was a good team game, and it was probably one of the more fun games I've ever had in my whole career.
And a team when you guys were so talented that year as well. Well, I wish you the best of luck in your career right now, and thank you for taking the time with me today.
Thank you.
Will?
Thank you, Kate. Great to hear from DJ. Of course, Coach Shu coached him. I think we're going to give him partial credit on the turnover. We can put DJ on TV, and all of a sudden there's balls on the ground, and just big Deshaun Wilson fell on the fumble there. Almost a touchdown, the fourth of the day to Caden Leggett as the Argos start from the 15 of Chowan after the turnover. They'll hand off. Daryl Garcia cuts inside the 10, down near the 5. We got an official down in the middle of the field. One of the Zebras got rolled up on. Daryl getting some work in. I'm kind of surprised, Coach, that Pee Wee's still out there. I really am.
Yeah.
I'm sure he don't want to come off. I mean, he's never going to say, yeah, Coach, take me out.
Right.
Almost had the touchdown to Caden. Let's see where they mark this one officially. They'll give him the 6, so it's going to be 3rd down and 1 from the 6-yard line. Great job by that offensive line. Great job by Daryl Garcia of running the football. He's going to get some extended opportunities here. They'll go back to him. Oh, trips over the big tight end Jake Robinette's leg and gets back to the line of scrimmage and no more. That really was Daryl Garcia trying to cut back to his right, just really got into the leg of his tight end right there. And you can kind of see on a replay here. Actually, not the tight end. It was one of the big guys in front.
Yeah, just kind of bounces into
Nash
the back
Nelson.
of his offensive line.
Yeah, big Nash up there. So they'll go for it here. They probably backed out about a half yard, but it'll be 4th down and 1 from the 6-yard line officially. Caden Leggett, John Giles, near side of the field. Ball is on the far hash. We got the best seat in the house for this play right here. Coming right at us. snap is a little low. Pee Wee's trying to get to the corner, puts his head down, gets inside the 5. He's going to get the first down. Helmet comes off. We may see Mike Rich.
Yeah, may have to now, and here he comes.
So Mike Rich will come on. I see more helmets come off than I've ever seen. Didn't happen very often back in the day, as they say. The snap was actually leading him to the side that he was going to run, which was to the left, and Pee Wee takes a hit, and on the ground there, the helmet comes off. So Mike Rich rolls in. It's a first down from the 4-yard line. I feel like we've been here at the 4 a couple times.
We have
recently. This will be if they score here, it'll be the 3rd 4-yard touchdown run of the day. The little things that I keep track of.
That's right.
They'll hand off. Daryl Garcia dancing around, just keeps pushing the legs. Does he get there? No, he's going to stop him just short. He gets to the 1.
Close, but
good, tough running.
No cigar.
So Garcia gets us to the 1-yard line. It'll be second down goal to go from there. Yeah, DJ Artis, what a great dude. And I had him in a couple different classes. He's a comm graduate and just wonderful to be around. He was at Baylor, so a little bit of a Texas connection there at one point in his career. So I always enjoyed being around him. But it looks like we got a penalty here against the Argos.
A little red, a little yellow.
So from the 1, we'll see. Is this 5? Is this usually this is a hold on a play like that, and that would back us out a little bit. Ooh. Or it's unsportsmanlike conduct, which is definitely not what you want. And they're going to see who they got there. They got Colton Beasley after the play. And Coach, this is part of what you were talking about where it's getting a little chippy.
Yeah, you don't want to see that late in these lopsided games. But I missed exactly what they called him for. But
it was unsportsmanlike. It was after the play, so they got into something after the play. Maybe that
some type of
you're trying to
change some words,
or you're trying to get your running back up.
A little shoving,
and there's some shoving going on, and so back this out to the 16. I like the 1-yard line a lot better than the 16.
It is, yeah. We've unfortunately had
too much of this
drives today where we've gotten inside the 5 and then worked our way backwards.
Second and goal to go from the 16. So Pee Wee comes back. Just the one play for Mike Rich. Brings John Giles inside. And he's firing down the middle of the field. Has a man. It's a touchdown, Jacoby Quillen. And we're doing the gritty in the end zone. A third different wide receiver gets in on the act today. And the Argos are piling it on. A 50-plus point game. And Pee Wee Jarrett all day to throw the football. Jacoby Quillen just too big in the middle of the field. Big target. Nice throw. Easy catch. Easy money. PAT coming, and it's going to make it 52-6 if he converts, and there's 3:16 left in the third quarter.
Just creeping along.
Just working our way towards the ultimate goal.
Yeah, we're just trying to get as many push-ups as possible
for the poor kids in the RTC. Griff Sarah bangs home another one. 52-6 now is our score. The stats keep piling up here in this one. Pee Wee Jarrett now 12 of 19, 226 yards, 5 touchdowns on the day. That's crazy. I mean, the numbers aren't as ridiculous yardage-wise as you might think.
Yeah.
How about that, Coach?
Just haven't had a whole lot of yards to go.
How about this one, though? What a great replay here. Jacoby Quillen sneaking in there on our TV side of the broadcast. But for everyone out there, both radio and TV, you got 12 completions, and 5 of them are touchdowns.
Yeah, that is ridiculous.
That's some solid numbers right there.
Leggett almost, on that last one down there in the corner, he almost pulled in another.
Almost had his fourth
catch, 4th touchdown almost. One-handed grab. He's usually good for those one-handers. He makes some pretty acrobatic catches and wasn't able to hold on to that one, unfortunately, but he's having a ridiculous day as well.
Caden Leggett, by the way, 3 catches, 127 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Every catch of his is a TD. And he had 2.
Yeah.
He's had 2 other targets that were dropped.
Yeah. One in the end zone.
Yeah, one in the end zone. That was a tough one. The other one is he was trying to make a move and just dropped the football. John Giles has one of those too.
Yeah.
I mean, Pee Wee at 12. Pee Wee could easily be 15 or 16 and 19 and probably have 2 more touchdowns.
Yeah, really crazy.
Or definitely more yards, closer to 300. This is another fair catch, and Chowan will start deep in their own end again, or at their 25. But you almost feel like after that stand down inside the 10 by this Argo defense that it's going to be really tough for Chowan to find much else in this football game.
Chowan has really not done anything throwing the ball. You kind of hope that they don't try to start throwing it to make a comeback.
Oh, I really hope they don't.
I mean, only because they're – I mean, yes, the time, but, I mean, they're moving backwards when they do.
Manley goes and throws this one, and he connects.
And I stand corrected.
It looked like a running play.
It
looked like a quarterback stretch play, and then he finds Toster up the sideline. They've had a couple of that play right there. And seems to be their best weapon is getting the quarterback rolling out and then let him throw it. It looked like a running play. He didn't even have the ball in throwing position until the last second. Quincy Milholm has to force him out of bounds. The Argo 46, so it'll go for 29 yards and a first down. So nice quick job of getting into Argo territory right there. Manley back to play. Again, we have not seen McKee come. He misses the receiver here. McKee has not come back into this game. I think they got him. That last hit from Walker Robinson that he took. Probably it for the day.
Right.
Hopefully that young man's okay.
And
a couple high school games recently that people were telling me about with a running clock. Don't do that at the college level, but there are times you wish they would. Well, you were telling us about Coach Dew, former defensive coordinator Darian Dillon, saying, you don't have to give up 50 if you don't want to.
That's
Apparently, Chowan didn't get that memo.
Not everybody
Middle
does.
of the field finds another big hit. This time it's to Moore again, number 12, and nice job by Manley of throwing the football. It doesn't look pretty coming out, but almost at this point you feel like the Argos are walking up really just trying to get to the quarterback. Only 4 in pressure that time, but nice throw in between defenders.
Not a lot of zip on that ball from Manley, but he is completing passes.
This one goes for 24 yards down to the 22. So right back kind of on threatening again as Roddy McGraw walks up and then has to come back. He's got pressure. He's in Manley's face. Manley just throws this one away.
They try to go back to that same little sprint out, fake quarterback outside zone, and then he kind of shores up and throws it to his receiver, but the Argos were all over it that time.
As George W. Bush once famously said, "Fool me once, shame on me.
That's right.
Fool me twice, we won't get fooled again."
That's right.
So don't give up that pass again.
Yep. They were on it that time.
If we can avoid it, right?
They were on it.
My friend Dan Shugart, he'd asked about that previous drive. Why would you throw it away on 4th down? Throw the interception. Force the football in there.
Good question, Dan. I was wondering the same thing.
Oh, another sack right here. Ball is on the ground, but I think it's already down at that point. Good job of this Argo defense. Mashad Powers in there, I think, who scooped up that block punt last week as Manley pulled it, and then he just had people all over him. It is Powers and company getting in there. I believe John McMullen may have had a piece of that in there as well, maybe a half a sack. Or maybe Byron Puryear, I heard his name just called. So lose a couple yards there. Another sack. 26 is the official spot here. Another jailbreak, and they'll throw a little screen behind it to Harkless. Harkless, took a big shot. That's not Quincy Milholm. Who is that flew up there? Was that 6? McGrew Fortune getting in there on that.
Yeah, big pop there.
Yeah.
McGrew Fortune.
Maybe these safeties heard me about let's hit some people. I've been preaching the gospel.
So that was
for a couple weeks there.
Shoulder right in the chest right there. That was good contact.
Pick up some positive yards, and the good thing is he stayed in bounds. The clock is rolling. Ball is out to the 21, so they did pick up 5, but it's 4th and 13. No, 4th and 9, sorry. 4th and 9. And they may they can't let it roll all the way down. They're going to get set here. Play clock at 6. Man comes in motion across and then goes back the other way, and then they snap it. 4th down and 9, and they're coming. The Argos are coming hard, and then, threw it up there. And Mashad Powers had the interception in his hands.
He really did.
And it's going to go over on downs. It would have been nice to have that stat, right, if you're Mashad Powers, but either way, it's just as good as a turnover as the Argos get the football. That is the second time here in the third quarter that the ball has gone over on downs. The Argos will get it with 25 seconds left here in quarter number 3. And they'll start at the 22. Their own 22. It's a good job of moving. Started at their own 25, got all the way down to the 21 by Chowan, but again, forced over on downs. And it looks like Pee Wee comes back out again.
Yeah. Still got Giles and Leggett out there as well.
Is Nobles going deep? Is he throwing it deep on this play?
Pour it on these guys here.
Well, he's going to throw it to Giles. Giles breaks the first tackle out across the 30, near the 35, just bulling defenders around. They're going to say he stepped out at the 37. Gain of 15. And a first down, and that may be the last play of the quarter if we're merciful. We'll take a 2.5-minute break right here. Argos up 52-6 all over Chowan right here on the UWF Sports Network. Welcome back to Penn Air Field in Pensacola, Florida. Will Kennedy, Coach Kyle Shoemaker with you. 52-6 our score. We got 15 minutes of football, and let's hope that they're quick. Left as Pee Wee Jarrett takes the snap. Argos on the move here. Daryl Garcia gets loose on the left side. Big pop. Flags come flying in behind. He got out near the 40.
Lots of flags.
Lots of flags behind the play. Garcia with some good tough running. You can see these guys like Daryl just – it's a holding call. Just been waiting for their opportunity, right? They got all that energy and all that built up and ready to get out there and let it fly.
That is true. There's no doubt about that.
And sometimes it's offensive linemen. And this is where, again, you've got the starting offensive line still in there in the fourth quarter, a 52-6 game, and they're a thin bunch.
You know what's a little concerning to me is that 3 different refs threw 3 different flags on the same call.
Thing, yeah.
And they're not supposed to be looking at the same thing. You know what I mean? You should have one guy should be throwing.
There's different jobs you're supposed to be doing.
Supposed to be looking at different things there, guys.
Back to the 26.
Can't be watching the ball
on this play. So it's a holding call, 1st and 20 now at the 26-yard line. I think it's drizzling again. This is the way it's kind of the forecast is set up. A little bit of rain throughout, so. Oh, Pee Wee takes a big hit on that one. So first sack of the game for Chowan, and that's
one there, DeMarcus Carroll.
That's one of those where this is why I don't really want my starting quarterback in there at this point of the game.
Yeah,
you know?
it looked like Pee Wee was maybe had a little double move plan there, but Giles was getting pressed and having a little trouble getting off the line. So
loss of 6 on the sack. All of a sudden, you're looking at 2nd and 26.
Yeah, that was a big sack right there, and I don't think Pee Wee sensed that coming on at all.
Off the edge on not his blind side, though, coming from the front side.
Yeah.
Fires over the middle. This one off the hands of Giles, and then should have been picked off, but it wasn't. Juggled around a little bit before being dropped by Diamani Ridley. And I don't know, that's a tough one. That ball zipped out of Pee Wee's hands. I mean, he's got the gun for an arm. That's just too tall, even for John Giles at 6'4".
Just a little high there.
Those gloves help, but not that much.
Yeah.
3rd and 26 now.
If Giles has got to jump and it's too high for him, those are a little scary because they pop up in the air and then.
No, that really should have been an interception.
Hawks walking up, pressing the line of scrimmage, looking like they're bringing pressure. They pop out of it.
Jarrett back to throw. He's going to scramble. Turn it upfield. Probably a little too far to get the first down, but gets out across the 30, which, Oh, and then after the play, I mean, you got Pee Wee still in the game, and this is the kind of stuff that can happen.
Yeah.
As one team is down, 40-plus points, and we mentioned how it can get chippy, and you just don't want to see something happen.
Argo's hopping in there, quick to defend their quarterback, help him up.
As you should.
Yeah. That's
great job by the camera here. Camera 3 in the end zone. I mean, just Pee Wee dancing around. It's going to bring a punt out. The Argos got it out officially to the 30. A gain of 10 for Pee Wee on the run.
Coach Rem's out there coaching up his punt unit.
3,000 plus for this game. Most of them have kind of rolled out, but the diehards are still staying in there with their umbrellas, and I don't blame them. Logan Gregory out there to punt, 3rd time of the game. Caden Leggett sees something he doesn't like up front. I think they're missing. Are they missing a player? Chowan takes a timeout. Maybe they had more.
I believe, I think they
too
had
many. Maybe it was too many on the field.
Leggett was getting his
protection.
He was getting his protection, getting his protection set, and realized they had more guys than he could block. And said, "Wait a minute!" And then Chowan realized they had too many guys on the field. I think
wouldn't have been enough for a first down either way because it's 4th and 16 from the 30. But that drive started promisingly and then kind of went the wrong way. And in a hurry. 12:55 left here. 52-6 is our score. Argos assuring themselves of a playoff spot more or less with a win here. They'll get to 8-3 on the season. It'll be another conference game because Chowan counts as a conference game. They'll finish 6-2. They won't win the conference this year after back-to-back years of winning the conference, but you want to be in the dance. Conference championships are nice. You get a ring. It's a nice thing, but really it's just all about being in the playoffs.
It really is.
And again, this is a Chowan team that has played some teams tough in the GSC, some of the better teams.
Yeah.
And the Argos have just had their way with them here today. Gregory gets this one up. Good-looking kick. Yeah. Driven. Bobbled, and then falling on top of it. So inside the 25, Moore kind of had his hands full. We'll take a timeout here. 2-minute break. 52-6.
Can health insurance help cure loneliness? Can it take care of your best friend too? Or hold your hand for 9 months? Can it be there for you at 3 a.m.? Or inspire you to go the extra mile? We think so. Which is why every day we ask ourselves, what else can health insurance do? Come find out.
Hi, my name is Morgan Zettel. I'm the new graduate assistant for athletics development, and I was a Bright Futures scholarship recipient. Honestly, Bright Futures brought me to West Florida, which with academics and sports, it's hard to choose like what the best fit is for you because there's more than one factor going into that. So for me, Bright Futures helped me narrow down like the best fit school for me.
Argo Spirit look like? Is it finding the perfect Argo outfit to show your team pride? Is it giving back while getting your pre-game grub? Or is it connecting with your community in the perfect spot? At Penn Air Federal Credit Union, it's being a proud sponsor of UWF Education, the Alumni Association, athletics, Penn Air Field, and having a spirit of communerosity. Learn more at pennair.org/aboutus.
Back with you here. 12:47 left. 52-6 is our score. Will Kennedy and Coach Kyle Shoemaker. Argos on top of Chowan. And Chowan back on the offensive end, starting from their own 25. Little bubble screen or balloon screen in this case. Romeo Felton knocked out of bounds after a short game, maybe a yard after the 26. This is these screen passes. This ball's in the air for a little while, a long while. Definitely misting and starting to kind of we're undercover, but not inside a room, and I can kind of feel it.
The wind is
drizzling
a little bit
moving
here.
around a little,
pushing it towards us a touch.
Maybe we'll broadcast from in the tunnel, the inflatable tunnel next time. Cut off that. They'll run it. Second down, got a big hole. Felton out across the 40, 45 before he's brought down by Braylon Anderson there. Man, good burst by Felton out to the 47. So gain of 21. And it's a first down, Chowan. Still hustling, still going after it here. Chowan will, of course, wrap their season up here today. Not sure when the Argos get the ball back, if it's time to go to the second quarterback. Pee Wee Jarrett's already thrown for 241 yards and 5 touchdowns here on 13 to 21. Last couple have been tough. Took a sack there on that last one, that last drive as well. Manley rolling out. Ooh. Dumps it up the field. Man, who was it that?
Little tip there by.
Was it Riley? 13, yeah, Robert Riley, the linebacker, right off his fingertips. We got a great look at it here on a replay as Manley let it go with Joel Vargas coming in, and yeah, just off the fingertips of the defender. So it'll be 2nd and 10 now from the 47 after the incompletion. What's it supposed to get down to tonight? This feels like a cold front coming through.
It does feel a little
doesn't it?
chilly.
Doesn't feel like it has that vibe.
Here.
Raining out there. Run here, and it's going to be another tackle for loss. The Argos get to it before it can go anywhere. And you see Riley getting up, and Kenny Martin and some other Argos have jumped in. Starting to get into your bench a little bit there for Coach Caleb Nobles. 94-95. Caleb Williams gets in there. James Kitt getting some play here. Got an opportunity here in a game like this, Coach, to get some guys in who maybe haven't played at all this year and, are going to redshirt, and we just have an opportunity to get them in.
Yeah,
it's a loss. It goes as a loss, so it's back to the 46, 3rd and 11 here. Manley back to pass. Vargas is coming. He just chunks it up, and he actually hits the 30-yard line marker.
A little miscommunication there. It was, both those receivers were running vertical and then converted their routes and shut down, and Manley just hucked it down there.
4th and 11 now. And not a whole lot good happening for Chowan on this afternoon. They're going to bring out the punt team. A little bit late.
Yeah.
For that, why don't you just run it and run the clock?
I know, right?
They're throwing the football coach.
Well,
as legendary Longhorn coach Darryl Royal used to say, when you throw the football, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. Punt skips inside or right about the 10.
Yeah,
takes a little sideways down to the 9 or the 8. So it's going to be deep in their own end for the Argos as they start this possession. Not quite even sure where we are with breaks anymore. I don't see the red hat dancing out there. So I'm assuming we're staying here. Flowing. We'll stay here. Argos are going to go from the 8-yard line. It means 92 yards of potential offense out in front of you. Pee Wee Jarrett is coming back out.
Argos keeping the foot on the gas.
Yeah. How about, we haven't had like a 92-yard touchdown throw in a while. That'd be a nice time to do it.
No, we haven't had a. They don't happen often. But
do you think he could throw it 90 yards in the air?
You know what? If there's a guy who could do it, Pee Wee could probably figure out a way to do it.
We're starting to ask the deep questions. They'll hand off to Garcia into the right side of the line, gets out across. Oh, man. Line of scrimmage, I was going to say he gets across the 10, but he just gets to the 10. So a gain of 2, second down and 8 coming. You can see from our camera 3 angle here that this is the kind of day it is.
Yeah.
Doesn't look that different from the naked eye either.
It's got the visibility's kind of gotten. I wouldn't say. I guess you could say worse, but it's not terrible. It's just a little foggier as the day has gone on.
Not a good beach day, as they say here in Florida.
That's a great. Yeah. Not as cold as it looks, but
not a good beach day.
Not a good beach day is a great.
Mike Rich is in now. Pee Wee comes in for a handoff, then we go to Mike Rich. Cut back inside. They're going to lose some yards here as Daryl Garcia gets stacked up quickly. Not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And Jarrett came out. He's over there on the sideline. And, there's our man, Coach Steve Saunier. He did not like the result of that play.
No.
And he's going to remind people to play this play.
Play this play. That's the famous. I wish there was an over-under per game and for the season.
I take the under.
I
take the over every week. I would never take the under.
We need to get whenever Justin's back, we need to get somebody to keep a little ticker.
Loss of 4 back to the 6-yard line, so it's going to be third and a long way. Garcia out across the 15. Nice little run. Cuts it back inside. Gets out to the 16. It'll be 4th down there. They'll bring the punt team out. Clock's running. Exchanging possessions. It's starting to resemble a normal football game once again.
There we go. Keeping it moving.
It'll be 4th and 4 from the 15. Fake punt?
Hope not. Not at this time.
Snap it to Caden and let him run with it, right? We were on a roll early in the year. We had a bunch of fake punts along the way. Haven't had one in a minute. Probably not the part of the field you want to do that.
No, you want to get it on tape early in the year so that everybody's got to prepare for it.
They're concerned about it.
Yeah.
Gregory drives one back. Fair catch called for. Goes to his knees more at his own 41. It'll be time there for Chowan to go back on the offensive side. We'll take a break as Jim Hammond runs out on the field. I think it's our last 2-minute break getting in here. 52-6 is our score. 8:06 left on the UWF Sports Network. Back with you here, 8:06 left, 52-6 is our score. Argos on top of Chowan in this one. Men's basketball right now, by the way. Argos on top of Fort Valley State, 32-31 in the second half there. Big throw here down the sideline. Good coverage.
That was good coverage.
Rodney McGraw, the senior, getting in the mix there. Well played. Well played, Rodney McGraw. Incomplete pass brings up second down and 10. West Alabama beats Shorter 28-9. Mississippi College and Delta State. We could sneak in there and look at. Let's sneak in and look at see what's going on.
An hour into this
over
thing.
In Cleveland, Mississippi.
3 o'clock kickoff for the little rivalry game there. You know, you never know what might happen.
Coach, you want to go to Cleveland if we have to go to Cleveland again?
I'm not a big Cleveland fan. I like listening to you more than I like dribbling.
20-3 in the third quarter of that one. Delta's on top of Mississippi College. Oh, big hit.
Popped out there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Manley kept it. It's going to be another sack for this Argo defense. Joel Vargas, Deshaun Wilson getting in there on that one. Just a great job by this defensive front of. Well, he was probably a runner technically, but I don't know. You know, he's behind the line of scrimmage. Loses a yard. Officially, it's 3rd and 12. Or 3rd and 11. So Mississippi College hanging tough in there. Delta probably put that one away pretty quick later.
Yeah.
The big game later, West Georgia at Valdosta, 6 o'clock start here, Pensacola time for that game.
The final Peach Bowl.
Yeah. Be interesting to see if West Georgia, I mean, they really could maybe play their way into the playoffs here. Vargas gets in on Manley. Martin's chasing him too. He's trying to get loose and throw it down the field. Great job of coming over the top. CJ Fearon, they're going to get the PI thrown in there, it looks like. I thought CJ had an opportunity, broke inside and threw a hand up, but may have had that other hand. That was a weird one. The snap there didn't look like Manley was ready.
Yeah, it looked like kind of a.
Oh, yeah, he probably used the right hand to hook the receiver, tossed her, and he actually, to his credit, CJ got up and hit his chest like that's on me.
Yeah.
So 15-yarder gets him on the move. You were saying you were looking earlier, Coach, that most of the conference games were later for like the Lenore Ryan game.
Yeah, that one was a 4 o'clock. I believe that one was getting kicked off right about now. And obviously the Peach Bowl is kicking off this evening.
I was trying to see the Benedict, who Benedict was playing. I should know this, but I can't remember exactly. The ball was out to the 48 of the Argos, and the flags come flying in late on this one after the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Argos are kind of giving up some yards here. PI and an unsportsmanlike on back-to-back plays. Got some younger guys in there, obviously, and some guys who haven't played a lot, and you're trying to get out there and make it pop a little bit on the film, as they say. All of a sudden, without doing a whole lot, Chowan is down to the Argos 32 with a fresh set of downs. Joey Morbido, who's running our audio here, was just saying it is getting a little chilly. It does feel a little temperature be dipping.
Big hole there.
Harkless gets through the middle, turns it upfield. James Kitt brings him down. James Kitt, redshirt junior out of Pensacola, a local guy here, 6'2", 285. Getting an opportunity to get in there today. 2nd and 3, ball down to the 25. I can feel that mist.
Yeah.
You know, on a hot summer day, this would be a great feeling.
Oh yeah, well, you know,
it's not so great right now.
Yeah.
Manley looks over the defense, takes the snap. He'll hand it off to Harkless. Harkless, nothing doing right there. Runs right into the right side of the UWF defense, and Caleb Williams, freshman out of Fort Walton Beach, gets in there and puts the ball carrier on the ground. Yeah. Jaquan McNair's in there too. Argos are pumped up.
Yeah. Kind of goes back to what you were saying earlier. Those young guys that haven't gotten a lot of snaps all of a sudden get their shot. You know, they're fired up. It's their Super Bowl right now.
Looks like they lost a yard there. Devin Wright's in there too, number 48, the linebacker. Out of Navarre, Florida. So some good local products getting a little run here. And then Eric Falau's going to try to chase this down from behind. Manley makes a man miss. Great run. And then He had the first down and went backwards.
He did.
What is happening? Yeah, I think he's going to get the first down, but
I think he was.
That was one of the stranger things.
He was listening to you talk about killing clock, and so he decided
keep going, son. Keep running, son.
Just keep
In
running,
fact,
moving
run
backwards.
all the way back to your end, to that line, and then come back.
That's right.
Really a weird play.
That was
Barry Sanders-esque, but not in the way that I mean it.
Yeah. There was a lot going on.
Somehow it's a fourth down.
Surprised that with as many changes of direction there, that there was no blocking the backs or holdings or anything. Usually that's kind of where they pop up. But
he's at the 23. It's 4th and 1. He could have gotten the first down. He didn't, and they're not going to get it. They're going to give it over on downs.
Man.
And the clock will run. Well, it'll stop for the exchange. So
Argos.
So weird. I don't know what's happening right now. But I think the Argos do force it over on downs somehow. Yeah. Sometimes you get to this point of the game and you're not really sure what's going on. Let's go down to Kate Thomas on the sideline. And Kate, well, you were telling us that there's, some of the seniors were over there kind of enjoying a moment together.
Yeah, well, it was nice to see when the offense was back on the field right before earlier. They all came off. They all gave each other hugs on the field and just started sharing memories of the time that they've had together here at UWF. You even had Pee Wee come off. And Pee Wee is a guy that is so dialed in. I don't know if he was really ready to come out, but they're like, hey, come enjoy some time with the rest of your senior class, and y'all enjoy the win that y'all are going to get today. Will.
Thank you, Kate. Yeah, this is it's a special moment. And, guys that play coach for a long time, and I'm talking guys that NFL legends, Julius Peppers and guys that I got, the honor to be around along the way. And they'll tell you, it's those moments. It's the games are great, and there's, obviously the highlights part of it, but it's, the locker room.
Yep.
Maybe not the bus ride. No, the bus rides or the plane rides.
Yeah, you can bond over those.
But
those
just
times,
that it's missing that element of it of the dudes together.
Yeah.
Kind of spending that time playing cards or whatever it is. You know,
that's not the stuff you would think it would be going into it. But when you look back, you're like, oh my gosh, you remember when we got caught in that airport for 4 hours because our plane we had to bring a new plane?
I know exactly what Coach is talking about. Rodney, by the way, Rodney Coates. One of my best moments. We beat Ferris State in 2019. You're on that plane with us. And then we're waiting because we can't leave. It's foggy like this back here. We can't get back to Mobile. And Rodney decides that now would be a good time to do his impressions.
Oh.
And he did Doolin.
Oh, man.
He ended up doing Coach Shinnick, which I thought was a bold move on the plane. But Rodney, he was hilarious.
He was an all-star, man. Yeah.
It was hilarious. How about this? Troy Coughlin. The running back out of Gulf Breeze, the freshman, big fella, number 45, just gets loose in the middle for a nice run.
Yeah,
7 yards.
Love to see it.
Out to the 30, bring up 2nd and 3. He's a load, man. Troy Coughlin, 6'1", 215. 45's a fullback number. Yeah. But he ran like a running back right there. He's back in there, sitting on Mike Rich's left shoulder. Rich in the game. Second time here, but first time he's going to get some extended run. Coughlin puts his head down. Helmets come flying off. No heads in it, though. So across the 30, maybe out to the 32. Coughlin doing some of that tough run and just putting his head down, getting behind some. And that's offensive line. We got some new bodies in there. Keelan Hayes lost his helmet. He'll have to come out for a play. 3rd and 1 as the ball is out to the 32. They need to get to the 33 for a first down.
Love to see all the local panhandle guys.
We were calling Navarre, Fort Walton. I mean, all these places. It's great to see. Gulf Breeze. Mike Rich pulls it. He's going to get the first down. Nice run by Rich. We've seen a couple times this year where Mike Rich has shown you he's a little more athletic than you think. And if you're listening to our halftime interview or watching it, heck of a golfer. I've been told he could play for the UWF golf team, and the UWF men's golf team is about as good as it gets.
Yeah.
Also a really good baseball player in high school. So Mike Rich he's a multi-sport athlete, no doubt about it.
Picks up that free golf in as much as you can, If you got a chance to play, you got to take advantage. I think they play down there at the old Pensacola Country Club.
Let's see. So Kingston Grady's out there on that offensive line. Also see Max Ryan out there at right tackle as they'll run it. I can imagine you're going to see a bunch of this the rest of the way. You're going to, my man, our guy right here may get a bunch of carries, Troy Coughlin. He may just get a bunt. He may just be every other play, run. 68 out there on the offensive line. Matthew McQueen in the mix there. And then left tackle right now is Gozi Kiki. Women's basketball coming up 5:30 here with Eckerd. Men are already underway playing Fort Valley State. Had a lead in the second half of that one. Men's soccer tomorrow, Gulf South Conference Championship game as Coughlin goes back to it. Picks up some more positive yards. Just chew that clock up. We're under 2 minutes left, Coach.
Right, a little American football there, just running it.
Right now, we're at a game time. We're like 3 hours and 10 minutes. I thought this thing was going to take 4 hours the way it was played in the first half.
It was tracking that way.
We're working now. We're working. We're cooking with gas. It's the first down out to the 46. Needed 5, got 5.
Argos in kind of the typical fashion here, running for
Let's update the rushing. 248. We'll go over 250 before this is done.
Call it 250.
Yeah. Give me at least 2 more yards. Come
on.
250 running, 241 throwing the football.
Pretty balanced.
Almost 500 yards of total offense. Not
Pretty
a bad
balanced
performance.
attack there.
I think we're kneeling it out now, so we're not going to get to 250. We'll go,
back it up. Call it 245.
We'll call it 250. Yeah. Kneeling it down. That'll do us for this one. 52-6 as we got the final minute. So, Coach, 8-3.
Yeah.
6-2 in the conference. I mean, you've done what you needed to do to put yourself in the playoffs. It may not be, one of those years where you're going to host playoff games, but we've gone on the road and done pretty well before in the playoffs.
Historically, it's happened, yeah. And congratulations to Coach Nobles.
Yes.
Solidifying in his first year as head coach, getting, solidifying a playoff spot, man. Big deal.
You know what I'm feeling? Trap Tour 2.
Oh.
The sequel.
I do love a Trap Tour.
Yeah, it might be time to run that back, the 2019 Trap Tour.
Yeah.
Here they come out on the field, Coach Nobles, and as Coach Shue just mentioned, congratulations, Caleb, with 8-3 on the season. And, I know he wants to win every game, but you know what? You win 5 more. And it's a pretty good place to be.
Now it starts to matter.
When all is said and done. We counting it down the final seconds. Argo's going to get the victory. 52-6 the final. For our TV audience and streaming audience, it's going to leave us here in a second. We'll stay on. We'll have a radio postgame show coming for you on ESPN Pensacola. But just to update you on kind of how it's going to look, selection show tomorrow at 5 o'clock Central Time. The football team does a banquet, end of the season banquet tomorrow, where we'll hand out awards for Offensive and Defensive Player of the Year and, other different awards. And all the position coaches get to talk about the seniors that they've got, which will be fantastic.
Yeah.
But this will be a chance to wait and watch tomorrow and find out who you playing, where you going in the postseason. Yeah. That'll wrap it up for us here with our stream with Flow Sports, our Gulf South Conference streaming provider, and also our broadcast partners. We appreciate you, your view, and Cox Sports. We thank you all for watching, Argo Nation, wherever you are around the country. ESPN Pensacola audience, stick with us. We'll take a 3-minute break here, and then we'll come back with you on the radio side. We'll hear from Coach Nobles. Kate will grab him. Kind of break down the stats a little bit on this one. Great job, as always, by Adam and Eric and everybody else on our camera crew, Quez and Owen and the cast of thousands that make this thing happen, even in the rain. They do such tremendous work trying to get this thing ready before every game. And listen, there are some hurdles that we have to jump and some mountains that we must climb. And we'll all get together and sing Kumbaya and make some s'mores at some point. So appreciate you all. Thank you guys for watching. We'll talk to you next time. And as always, go Argos. Let's unhook.